And now, Words of Wisdom by Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. The views of Matthew Baldwin do not reflect the thoughts or opinions of the remainder of the SCU crew.
Women are just like, you look at them like, ugh. who would? I mean, I just seriously. I mean, there's some, Okay, I'm a big guy, and I'm not, I'm not pretty. I'm not pretty at all. Whatever, anything.
Yeah,
dog. There are some ugly people. I don't know how they get laid. I just look at them like, really? Somebody hit that? Ugh. There's some desperate people out there, thirsty people out there, man.
And that was Words of Wisdom with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
I need work.
Good night, folks.
Nailed it.
You are listening to your favorite podcast, Shoutcast Uncut, with your host, Bobby Skullface,
That's a solid unit, Mac.
Oscar and Jake,
I call it a rock friend.
Robert D,
So happy to be here.
the engineer, T2RX6,
The fit and finish.
everyone's favorite internet troll, Greg for Mercy,
Only troll for good.
Meth Deluxe Baldwin,
Hell Hasbro.
and the most popular tattoo transformer band ever, Devastator.
Hey, ladies.
No, it's just awful.
Who's running that company?
I don't scale like that.
Upload complete, fuckers. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Welcome to Shadowcast Uncut, episode 107. I'm your host, Devastator, and joining me tonight is YouTube's newest reviewer, who judges his toys by taste, the lickable Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Sorry for last week. Just like Bobby explained, everything happens for a reason. So they had a great show, and I'm proud. Yay!
All right, next up, he sits around the courtroom drawing dicks by day, our very own lawyer, Robert D.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, buddy. What's happening?
That's it.
That's
No story?
all. I feel bad. Greg's sick. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you ruined my punchline. Digging himself out of 3 feet of snow this week, we've got Bobby Skullface.
Yeah, survived Snowzilla, barely, so. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Look
Great
fun though.
Googa Mooga.
Yeah.
How does that go when it melts?
What
It
was
looks
the
like a
question?
slush.
How does that all go when it melts? I can't imagine that's a pretty sight.
No, I mean, it starts, I don't know, with like the snow, it starts off all pretty and whatever, and then, but within like a week, it just looks like a pile of dirt.
It's all black and stuff.
Yeah, it's all like black from soot and cars exhaust and dirt from the street and everything else. I haven't got the mail hasn't even come here in 2 days.
Damn.
Actually 3 days. I don't think it came Saturday, and it didn't come Monday, and it didn't come Tuesday.
They lied.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, I wonder
What the
what
hell?
happened, man. That old generation kicked the bucket. These new postal people are just like, no,
Oh, they
I
catch
don't watch.
Yeah.
I don't watch.
Yeah, that's the new generation of hipster postmen.
Yeah.
They've been triggered by the snow, so they're just sitting in their
Long
bedroom,
gone are all
rocking
those,
back and
like,
forth.
Long gone are all those bootstraps guys that fucking fought in World War II and delivered.
What do you
the
mean I gotta
post.
go out there and work? What?
No, but no, it was a train wreck here. I literally, I just was able to leave the neighborhood. Like, the snow started Friday night. I was 8:30 p.m. was when I was able to leave the neighborhood.
Wow.
8:30 p.m. Sunday night. Pardon me.
Are y'all still getting more, right? I think y'all are supposed to have a
No, I don't think so.
coming.
I
Oh,
hope not.
yeah, we don't have. We got 1 day of snow and that was it. Just yeah, it was like
We got
whatever.
some rain coming, like some freezing rain, I think, and stuff like that. But that shit. I mean, ice sucks, but it's not really it's not like proper ice. It's like that slushy shit. But we should be good. I just want to get some of this stuff out of here. Like, I mean, it's piled up so high. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, the plows came through, and like the snow is like, I mean, it's like the snow's over 5 feet high.
Jesus. That's tall as me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Taller. Alright, unfortunately tonight, Justin, T2RX6, and Greg won't be joining us. I was going to say something about they're planning a civil union, but you ruined that for me, Robert, so... I think we can just move along to Did Anybody Get Anything? Let's go with you, Matthew.
No, I appeared in court today, and I got a defensive driving test and a fine. So that's all I got this week.
He's such a rebel.
Yay! I don't know.
You have to go and get some jail tats.
Oh, the people there, when I was at court, because this is my first time to ever go to court or being, in trouble with the law. Oh, there's some folks out there.
Any face tattoos?
No, a lot of camouflage and a lot of neck beards. And a lot of women that probably look like and a lot of meth heads too. So, yay! Imagine that in Arkansas.
Second favorite.
Women are just like, you look at them like, ew. who would? I mean, I just seriously. I mean, there's some. Okay, I'm a big guy, and I'm not. I'm not pretty. I'm not pretty at all. Whatever, anything.
Yeah,
but dog, there's some ugly people. I don't know how they get laid. I just look at them like, really? Somebody hit that? Ugh. There's some desperate people out there, thirsty people out there, man.
You're cute, man.
Anyways,
and you got some. And you got some Hasbro charm.
Yeah, that's true. But man, there's some. Oh, it makes you shiver a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyways, yep, that was my day. I spent all my day off. My Martin Luther King Jr. Day off was in court. So.
Well, you've got to get out there and experience life, Matt. So.
I know. I need to start Russell Banks.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm down. I'll be your driver.
Yeah.
Hey man, when you were in court, were black people and white people sitting together?
Yeah, there were.
See, man, just like he imagined, man.
I know. Well, there was only a couple of black people, so there was more white people in there. A lot more white. But it's a more of a white town that I was in. It's the town was called Bald Knob. Go figure. Yeah. We got Goobertown here. We got Wiener. We got a lot of good.
You do not have Goobertown.
Yes, it's a town. I was born in a town called Paragould. It's in northeast Arkansas, and it is between Paragould and Jonesboro, which were some of the bigger towns up there. And there's just a little store, and I think there used to be maybe a post office there, and the name was Goobertown. I mean, you just drove right through it. I mean, there wasn't anything. There wasn't a light or nothing there. So,
man, if you ever around there and can take a picture of it,
I will.
Sign that says Goobertown. I would.
The store was called Goobertown Store. I don't know if it's there anymore, but I'll have to go look and see. Yeah.
It's just the store.
That's all it is. Just a store.
We should bring Goober back, man. You fucking Goober.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along to you, Robert D. What did you get this week?
Should we go on just this week, or should we talk about the stuff that we didn't say we got last week?
If you can do both, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's all right.
Go ahead, Matt. What else did you get?
No, I just got the Megatron. I did the review on the Megatron /Galvatron.
Hey.
No, it's the Galvatron. If you got, I'm sorry, not the Galvatron, the Megatron. That if you bought the Calvin Johnson shoes, you automatically got him for free. My boy Snowflake Tyler, he sent it to me, and yeah, that's all I got. Sorry, you can go, Robert.
I love how Tyler's nickname has just exploded across the airwaves.
I know,
Everyone just calls him Snowflake now.
He does look like he's so bright.
Little snowman. He looks like a little snowman.
Yes, ball headed.
Frosty. I'm gonna call him Frosty now. All right. What I just got in today's mail was the Waterhead Baby Metroplex is made by Mastermade, who also makes the Waterhead Baby Triptychon. Well, their first figure, and Ken turned me on to it, I believe, came out a year or two ago. It was a year ago. It's an Robotech SDF1 Super Deformed. And Mastermade made it. And I think that's probably, somebody told them, hey, you should try some City Bots, because this thing is gorgeous. It's really nice and really cool. And you can see, it's funny when you get like a third party company and you get one of their early releases, then you get something a year later, you see how they progress, the good companies, and just the use of metal and the quality of the plastic or paint apps and stuff. But it's really cool. And last week, what I got Sun Surge, which, by the way, everybody, I like him. I like the alt mode a lot. Nobody else mentioned it really, but his backpack You know, Bobby, you guys have him, right?
Which one is that? I'm sorry.
Sun Surge Bad Cube?
Oh yeah.
You know, the backpack is on like this like folding black piece of plastic with a bunch of hinges on it that you have to work up when you're turning them into bot mode. It's made out of like a pretty soft plastic. Not a thin plastic, but a soft plastic. Because I was trying, because the joint, one of the joints is so tight, and I was trying to fold it up, I felt it start to tear. Not snap. You know that feeling? I stopped right away and I looked and there were stress marks. I'm like, wow. Like it would have torn. I was pretty disappointed because otherwise the figure is, I think it's pretty phenomenal. But I also got in the MPP-10, that's the Weijong knockoff Prime, which is a fucking showpiece. I mean, he's one of the best pieces in my collection. I can't believe it, and he's a knockoff.
Man, we're just becoming a knockoff cast.
I know. It's like they're
Not you.
everywhere.
Yeah, not me.
Listen, man, I want to know who they are. This is not their first rodeo, and they're not a knockoff company. I need to know who this company is. It's someone.
No, they're a knockoff company. They make knockoffs.
It is up there. Their quality is better than Takara's MP10. You know, so it's just interesting because that the KO Feral Rex, that thing's a giant piece of crap. I mean, I saw some reviews and I laugh when they're like, oh, well, fucking Rampage fell off in half. You know, like the arm just fell off in half. You know, it's held together by a screw, which is broken. You know, I mean, that thing's a piece of shit. This is the opposite of that. So I would be interested in finding out who this is for real. Because come on, I think these obviously, you know, I'm sure there's some cheap knockoff companies, but like we talked about this before, perhaps some of these 3P companies do this stuff on the side to generate revenue. Who knows? But anyway, I also got the Iron Factory Dotson Brothers, and man, they're really impressive. They're super impressive, especially if you have a little Maggie. I highly recommend these guys. They look beautiful with him on the shelf. The whole aesthetic really goes well. And I got the ES Gokin Roadbuster, the super deformed Roadbuster, which transforms, and he's adorable as hell. And I think that's it. But whatever, I'll shut up anyway.
All right,
I did like the Dotsons. When you showed them the other night, they did look pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean the quality. I'll tell you right now, Iron Factory. If you have the DX9 Legend scale figures, they came out with Ironhide and Ratchet and Galvatron and Scourge and what's his face.
Blur.
What's that?
Blur.
Right. The Iron Factory has surpassed them markedly in materials and articulation and fit and finish, as Justin would say.
I like that.
Oh yeah, the parts count's higher. They even have ankle rockers, foot rockers and waist swivels, and the joints are super tight. And the Galvatron, the Scourge, and whatnot. The DX9 stuff, they just bit on the shelf, but their joints are looser. The ball joints, I don't know. Some plastic just gets weaker over time. I don't know much about that, but they're looser. They're looser markedly. But the Iron Factory, like even Lil Maggie, and I've transformed him dozens of times. He's tight like he's brand new.
Yeah.
So it's high quality stuff. So. Anyway.
Would you say they're super duper tight?
Super duper hooper scooper.
They're all tight.
All right, let's move on. Bobby, what you get?
I got Sun Surge, and I got Tyler picked me up a Tyler F. Grabbed me a General Hux 6-inch Black Series. So Huxtable, yeah. He comes with
date rape stuff?
Date rape drugs. Most expensive accessory of all time.
Yeah.
Fun at parties though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And and I got a SH Figuarts Obi-Wan from episode 1, and it's fucking amazing, breathtaking, amazing.
Yeah, I was watching your review on your comparison of Luke Skywalker's.
Oh yeah.
That Hasbro one's got some fucked up looking eyeballs.
Oh, he got the doopy doo. He got doopy doo.
He's looking in about 5 directions at once.
Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me?
I'm going to say 2 things about that. One, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that article that has been going around. It's kind of going viral in the quote-unquote toy community, but they took some guy repainted a bunch of 6-figure. I think he at least did Ray. I can't remember if he did any others. 6-inch Black Series figures, and he's a tattoo artist. He's got his shit together, and he made these things look amazing. But it was just interesting because it just went to show like the Hasbro molds are really good. You know, it's just the paint that makes them look less for those 6-inch figures.
Even on the Transformers, on the deluxe stuff.
On the deluxe, that's the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Jeez, like, the line works there. You know.
Yeah,
it's just the paint isn't sad.
And the hollowness.
You don't remember who did the paint job for, or did the whatever?
The tattoo guy? No, I don't. I not offhand. But I mean, it looks. I mean, it's like I don't want to overspeak. You know what I mean? But like, the closest thing I could compare it to was like a Hot Toys looking figure.
Wow.
Like, yeah, just the amount of paint that he put on it. I mean, it looked photo real. So like, it was just interesting to me because I mean, it's obviously not as good as a Hot Toys face sculpt, and you know, but it's like that's the closest thing I can compare it to. But it's just that it's just interesting to me. It just goes to show like how much good sculpt work is in those Black Series lines. Because like the Black Series, like the Star Wars Black Series has some really good sculpts, but they just the paint, like especially like the paint doesn't like bother you so much on the bodies and such because they give it washes and dry brushes and all this like extra love. But on the face, they just kind of like go through the motions.
Right.
For this guy, I mean, this guy was putting, you know, gloss on the lips and like a gloss on the eyeballs to make them look wet. You know what I mean? Like, so it was top shelf stuff.
Wet lips.
I need to ask you something. I forgot to ask you. Have you got the Absorbing Man line yet?
It's in
Marvel
route.
Legends?
It's en route. I got all of them en route.
I saw them today at Walmart. They just look Venom looks kind of goofy. He just looks. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say.
I was looking at him and I just. I
haven't had a chance to look at them. I don't want to, because this was like a group effort that I was able to get these, but I'll shout
Well, the
those people
Venom
out.
is using the Carnage mold, and his head he looks goofy. I know I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you about it later.
No.
They
That's
just the pumpkin head. What's his name?
Jack-o'-lantern.
He looked pretty good.
Pumpkin head.
Morbius.
Yeah, the vampire.
Looked decent, and it looked all right. But Venom, which I was really hoping because I like Venom a lot, man, he just looked fucking so silly. He just looked so goofy looking. He just Now he comes with 2 heads, I think, 2 or 3. One with the tongue looked decent, but the one that comes on him, he just looks Down syndrome a little bit. So
What about the?
It's half our listeners, man.
I didn't say that.
Did you see the Spider Gwen?
No, she was not.
That's gonna be the bitch of the bunch.
I know. I've seen her go on eBay for $60-$80 probably.
Yeah.
And
Jiminy Crickets.
Good bitch or bad bitch?
I had just difficult to get.
Well, they had stuff on top of the top shelf, and I'm short, so I couldn't reach up there. She may have been up there, but on the pegs. Is that funny?
Yeah,
You don't climb the racks, Matt?
I'm a big guy, man. I'm not bring down the racks, man. But she may have been up there, but on the racks on the where I could see, I didn't see her. So I don't know.
Yeah, I got
Clean up in aisle 3.
But yeah, so that's what I got this week. I don't think I got anything else.
Can I ask you a quick question before we move on? Because you were talking about the design and line work versus the paint.
Shit! I'm sorry. One more thing, and then I get back to it because I did have 2 things to mention. So about the Luke Skywalker eyes, the other thing it makes me think of. All right, so I was at Outback one time. Thank you, Lenny. Thanks for that, Lenny.
You are welcome.
And I was sitting in my booth. I was there with my father and my wife and my father's wife, and we're this guy comes up to take our order, and if he comes up, I look up, and he's got like one eye is looking somewhere, and the other eye is looking somewhere else. And I was just like, you just kind of make a mental note of it, like, yep, that's the way that's going to be, and then
That's some more authentic Australian right there.
Who's he looking at? Is he looking at me? Is he looking at you? What do you? What?
So we made our appetizer order or whatever. We got them cheese fries, and and some drinks, maybe some wings or something. And the guy went away, and when he left, like the table was like really quiet.
He bumped the table, didn't he?
And all of a sudden, my father just goes, it was as if one eye was looking at a squirrel and the other at a groundhog.
Everybody's like, yeah. I see it.
But anyway,
I thought he might have ran to the wall or something. Oh, that would have been classic. Not funny, but that would have been classic.
What if he doesn't realize it's so bad and he is always complaining? He's like, why do all my customers always talk at the same time? Trying to take their orders.
I actually got in trouble at work one time as a result. Like one of my supervisors, he's not like my direct supervisor. He's like a supervisor in another branch. Let's say he has one eye, like kind of gets away from being on target. And
stay on target.
He walked into we were in this like eating area, and he walked into it, and he was like, "Here you go, man," and like threw this set of keys. And like,
where are you throwing that?
I freaked out because I thought he was throwing them at me, but I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Well, there was good reason for that. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about because he wasn't talking to me. He was just looking at me. He was talking, but he was talking to someone else. So I'm not an athlete. I'm not a big sports guy. So like I freaked out trying to catch this pair of keys that wasn't coming anywhere close to me. He initially thought I was taking a piss. Like that I was fucking with him. On account of his eye. But it wasn't the case. I really thought he was going to throw those keys at me.
Wow. Well, we're all going to hell. So. Okay.
Yeah. But let me ask this question. Let me ask this question.
Go ahead.
Because I think you might know. You have line work, right? The design with the line work is there. I mean, how many designers go into designing one figure? Say like a typical deluxe or a Voyager.
I'm getting the impression that it's one.
So who decides? Like, if it's one, why would he apply all that line work if he knows there's going to be absolutely no paint?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that's something that he's taking pride in his work and he's trying to make the best product he can. If it comes down to someone not slapping paint on something that he's put a lot of work into, that's out of his hands.
But if it's one design,
he probably doesn't have anything to do with the paint, so he's probably he doesn't know that it's going to be a shitty job. Maybe. Now you're talking about Hasbro, or you're talking about third party, or are you just anybody? Hasbro.
I'm trying to think Hasbro.
And he also thinks I'm sure that well shit, if there is no paint on this, at least I'll give it some definition. And the different
to make it look good.
Yeah, the different dimensions of these lines, at least give it some shadows, maybe some places, and break up the color a little bit, as opposed to just being square. It would look really bad.
There's more than one designer, probably.
It could be in regard to Hasbro. I don't know. Like we were talking. It was a very sensitive conversation, so we can't say a whole lot about it. We were talking to someone who has some third-party connections.
Great read.
And he was saying how a lot of times as we all kind of knew. I think everybody in the fandom knew this, that the designers are not the companies. They're just shopping their design. So at least in the third-party market, it seems as though each design is designed by one person, and each company may be using multiple designers for the line.
Right.
I will add to that, Reed, that there's one point in there that I'm really happy that I was wrong about. So.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember that.
So happy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think we actually say that. I don't know.
Err on the side of caution.
Yeah, we'll err on the side of caution.
That's awesome. He's a fan too. That's so awesome. That made me a little happy. I mean, he said I've heard your show through some other people. And
Really cool. I always ask that, like when people hit us up.
Word of mouth and everything.
Yeah, just to see okay, well, what's working, what's not working. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I found you guys through Instagram, or I found you guys through this, or I found you guys through that. Then I'm like, okay, well, that's working. But more often than not, it's definitely it seems to be a like
Word
a
of
word
mouth.
of mouth kind of thing. If you were, I'll tell you what, to the people who watch this shit on YouTube, which is surprisingly a large amount of people. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, Shattercast ain't getting on my.
What I do?
They ain't getting on my data.
Oh.
But for the guys that listen to this on YouTube, just do us a favor and write in the comment section how you got turned on to Shattercast.
And do we still turn you on?
Yes, do we still turn you
Are you rubbing your nipples right now as you read this or hear this? Because I am. So.
But yeah.
All right, I think we'll keep the ball rolling, or else we're going to be talking about what we got for the next half an hour.
What did you get, Lenny?
I got a few things this week.
Yay! And you're off too. Weekend.
Finally. Yeah, I'm on my weekend at the moment, so I get to play with my toys. I got the 2 Hades bots from TFC. I like them. They definitely have a very Warbitron vibe to them.
But yeah, they're fine, right?
Yeah. I'm okay with them. I think they're an improvement on TFC's previous efforts.
I would agree with that too. But that's just how I like describe them. Like they're fine. Like there's nothing special about them. There's nothing.
It's just TFC. I mean, you don't.
Yeah, but so that's $100 figure.
But it's an expensive.
Well, I only paid 80, so you know.
Oh, burn.
Yeah, sick burn. What else did I get? I got Sun Surge, and I was surprisingly impressed. I really, really dig that figure, actually. So, very happy.
I'll have to get him now.
Yeah, you do. What else did I get? Looking around the room. I got Blur. I got the Unique Toys Blur.
Yeah, why'd you say he's just okay? What's up with that?
He is. He's okay. That's...
Is he?
Okay, alright. Let me just tell you what else I got. I got 2 of the Fans Toy Shrapnels. And I opened those guys first.
So that's part of the
problem.
That's part of the problem. You know, I got a mild erection, and and then I opened that blue box, and it just, you know, instant soft on, because it weighs about half as much as shrapnel, I have to say. So there's no points in it where I'll just grab it off the shelf. There's no points where you look at it and go, well, this is hollow. But it doesn't have any heft to it for a figure that size at all. Like, you know, it's the same size as Fans Toys Perceptor. And I don't know, like, the ankle rocker you get, and I'm going to go metric here on y'all. You get about 1 mil out of it, and I think Bobby brought this up in the review, that if they had just put a hinge on the molding around the ankle, you would have got a lot more of an ankle rocker out of it, which I feel that you need on a character like this.
Did he say 1 mil also?
No, I certainly did not.
No, you did go metric on one of your reviews recently, though.
Yeah, yes, I said grams, which like everybody went to that. I thought I was gonna get a lot of.
Oh, that's when you weighed it, right?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get a lot of drug dealing jokes, but
Breaking Bad.
They
now,
went a different type of joke.
Lenny, do you have SXS Blur?
I did have.
Stop laughing. He loves that.
He loves to say it.
Yeah, he
loves
does.
to say it.
Yeah, he waits every show just to find a point, just to put in the SX Blur. Like, I gotta find a point. Oh, there it is. Yes.
I'd say it's about on par with that. The paint on this is pretty special. Like, I can't find any paint fuck ups. And the darker blue, it's kind of got metallic flecks through it on his knees and his shoulders and on the side of his arms and stuff. That looks really neat. It doesn't match up on his chest though, which I find a bit weird. But the head sculpt's cool. I mean, it looks like Blur. I can't complain there. It's just something about it that I just feel they could have put a little bit more effort in. But I think that's just a Unique Toys thing.
I really like that guy. I gotta say, it's definitely my favorite Unique Toys product to date.
Well, yeah.
Is he a stand-in, Lenny?
Well, I don't know. Maybe if Fans Toys make it, or Make Toys. If you're listening,
how can they do the Insecticons? So
can we just find a way to get Make Toys to start listening to our show, and I'll just ask them for something every week. And
here, let me call them real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, all right, cool. You got them on speed dial?
Yeah, I got them. Hold on. All right. That's awesome.
All right, good.
That looking number.
Yeah.
Yeah. A675309. That's not it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, look, he's okay. But like I said, I just opened my 2 shrapnels, and the first thing I did was transform that into the bug mode, and that thing is fantastic in both modes. I love it.
What do you think about the bug legs, the insect legs? Do you think it's weird
That it has legs instead of a sled?
Right.
Well, you know what? You've got that option there. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay that an insect has 6 legs, and you do have that toy option, but I'm not going to do that. I probably am going to put the toy legs on the bombshell and the shrapnel for the bot mode ones, because I've got 2 of each. Third party elite, baby.
It's like the third time.
Yeah, so I might do that just to reduce that back kibble. But I mean, the back kibble doesn't bother me anyway. But just to experience the other legs, I might throw them on the bot modes just to have a look.
Cleans up real good.
For whatever it's worth, though, I think I saw a review where they switched up the kibble, and it was really the same.
Oh, really?
Like it was the same amount, amount of sense of kibble.
Well, I can put that Fans Toy screwdriver away then.
I mean,
That's a tiny little screwdriver you get with shrapnel.
But does bat kibble does it really bother y'all that bad?
What's that?
Bat kibble, does it really bother y'all?
No, not really. On some things it does, but others not.
I mean, the only thing I can really think of is I don't know if nobody's ever had Armada Starscream. You know, where he's had the missiles that go back, into the back. That's terrible. But other stuff, just like that. I mean, that stuff don't bother me at all. I mean, it cleans up really good. I mean, the legs, are kind of stuck out a little bit, but it's not that bad. I mean, I don't know why people get on an uproar about bat kibble.
What about arm kibble with the new gravity builder fucker coming out, Bone Crusher? Holy shit!
That looks like you can do a few different things with that though. I've seen some photos where it looks good and others where it looks terrible. The pistons, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it looks like he has leg braces on his arms and shoulders.
Yeah, I've seen other photos of that toy and it doesn't have that. So you must be able to do a couple of different configurations, I think. Or maybe that's wishful thinking because I've got those 2 coming with my next shipment. But
What were you gonna say, Bobby?
I forget. It wasn't that important. But I think that the back kibble can bother me. It kind of depends. Like the thing is with those bugs is they look so damn good from like almost every angle that like I can forgive it. Like I think it's one of those things where if it's the only thing that's off, then fine. But if it's just one problem among many, then it's something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see the back though. If you put them up there.
Sometimes.
I will say the Bad Cube ones, they're not my favorite toys. I've purely bought them to have in bug mode in the background. In their bot modes, they do clean up on the back, like all the legs fold inside, and that's smart. But they're still nothing compared to the Fans Toys ones. And I'll be getting the MMC ones too. Hopefully we see some more images of those soon because it's been a while between them announcing those. So,
did you hit a baby with your new shrapnel?
I'm yet to. I might go for a drive later and just throw it out the window.
Do it.
Someone pushing a pram.
Dude, those Insecticons, MMC, sleepers. They're fucking sweet.
Yeah, they are. I think they're gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want them, but with just so much stuff coming out, I don't know.
Yeah, and there's already 3 bugs there, 2 other bugs out already.
And not even that, just the different characters from different companies. Like, I think I have I don't know, the amount of shit that's supposed to hit before Chinese New Year is just it's nauseating.
Well, what have we got? We got a couple of the Toyworld Constructicons. 2 of those are out.
Well, for me, it's Shrapnel,
right?
Spotter,
right?
2 Toyworld Constructicons,
Hellfire.
So that's 100. Just rounding them off, 100, 200, 300, 400, $500.
Gravity Builder too. They hit.
You got
Gravity
you got
Builder.
Iron Will, two
What
Gravity
about
Builders.
Hellfire.
What's Iron Will?
The Hardhead.
Hardhead.
Oh shit! Yeah, and then
That's
what's
140.
Grapple.
I mean, it's like $1,000 worth of shit.
Yep. You're welcome.
You know, so like with these sorts of months becoming a thing,
Yeah.
I don't think I can do. I don't think I can double up on the bugs.
Hasbro Skylinks.
That I don't know about that.
Got him.
What's the last Hasbro Transformer you bought, Bobby?
Ooh.
I haven't seen you do a Hasbro review for a while.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind
well,
of sad too.
I passed on the Combaticons.
Yep.
Shouldn't
I
have.
guess it was the Defensor set, maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I can pull it up while we're talking.
That's all right. Titan Wars is coming out, so you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll catch up.
They'll look after you.
Yeah,
They will.
I think I'm gonna
They'll
pick up.
caress you.
I'll probably pick up something from there. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe the Skull Cruncher.
Oh,
Sure.
Blur. Get that
You'll get
Blur.
Blaster.
Yeah,
You'll get
definitely
Soundwave and the tapes. And you'll be all right. You'll catch up. I have trust in you.
Unless my kid, if my kid wants Soundwave, I'll get it. You know, but she doesn't give a shit anymore. She's like, fuck it, Shopkins life.
Yeah. She's on that Pokemon kick still, or?
No, not so much.
Shopkins?
Not so much. Just heavy on the Shopkins and ponies.
Yeah, my niece is heavy on the Shopkins.
Dude, crazy.
I mean, last year she couldn't find them. Now she can find them everywhere, but last year she couldn't find Shopkins. We went to Christmas shopping with her and couldn't find one Shopkins at all. And now they're everywhere, which is cool. But
I don't even know what that is.
It was Combiner Wars Defensor. They're little grocery items. They're single molds. Like usually
limited editions too.
1 or 2 paint apps, and they have like blind bags in each, and all these kids are like hunting these limited edition ones. Like
It's a cartoon too, also.
So they're like little.
I think it is a cartoon, yeah.
They're figurines. Is that what they are?
Yeah, they're single cast though. So
They're-
there's no articulation. There's no nothing. They're just little miniature things.
They're
Right.
the size of like a spike, maybe even smaller than that.
Yeah, they're like the size of a quarter.
Huh.
Yeah, they're just little, milkshake. They got names, with their milkshakey, hamburgerly, or whatever.
Yeah, eggy. Be like a carton of
eggs.
eggs.
They got food. They got lipstick. Just all these little things.
So they're teaching young girls to be consumers in their adult life.
Yeah. I mean, they're shopping. You come in little shopping bags, like shopping carts, and they're just.
You might as well say, "Get ready for the grocery store, ladies."
Yeah. Know your place.
Yeah. Know your place.
How's your family going to eat if you don't make it to the grocery store?
I want to give a shout out to Emily, my shark buddy and everything. We got something coming up. It's really cool. She hit me up the other day, and I can't wait. I'm excited. We're going to do something with the sharkies or the sharks. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome. We love you, Em.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have 3 Q&A videos with her done, locked and loaded, just waiting for
Nice.
dry
Oh,
stuff.
snap.
I'll add to that. She's just started a blog. So
Oh,
She
nice.
did?
yeah.
I have to get it. I have to look at it.
She's going to set up a Flickr and link it to a blog as well. So I think I've inspired her on that side of things, which is good.
You're a Flickr too.
I do have a Flickr.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Sharkies, I fucking forgot. I got
Oh, you got the
I got the last Sharky.
So I guess it
Yeah.
finally came out.
Yeah, it's
PBS has
disappointing. Bob, remember how
Dude, that picture was good, Robert. That one you did with all 3 of them, that was a great picture, man.
Thank you. You know how Haiku, that's the white and blue one that Bobby, you love the paint on them.
Yes.
It's like amazing.
Yeah, that's
This
the only
is
one I've got.
This is the opposite. It's like
Yeah, it don't look like it don't have any paint job at all.
it has a little bit of paint, but like a lot of this, it's like toothpaste blue, and the mold is already like looser than it should be, but it'll
Oh,
still
shit.
fucking cut you. Yeah, like the joints aren't as tight.
Damn it. Well, I still gotta get it. But
Yeah, you do.
All right, I think we can move along and get into the news. But congratulations, Robert, on your shock. Okay, we got third-party news. What Ahead Baby G1 style Devastator final product images.
Very good.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I got the TFC. I mean, the best thing I've ever gotten from them was their Nemesis, their Optimus Prime Super Deformed and the Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the photo with Devastator standing next to Trypticon, you can see that there's a difference. And I can tell this Devastator, it's probably an improvement on their Super Deformed. And look, don't get me wrong, the Super Deformed that they put out are pretty good for what they are, but they're not on par with Mastermade. You know, and I wouldn't just say it's because it's a combiner. I love the photos on the box where it's like stick them together and fucking stick his fucking head on.
I mean, you could tell with the picture with Devi and Trypticon. There's just so much. There's so much more happening with Trypticon than there is Devi. I mean, there's just so much line work, more color, and just he looks like, you know, he just better made. I mean, the Devastator looks all right, but he just kind of plain towards Trypticon.
It's definitely Hercules too. Like just a little mini version. Like you look at that and the Mixmaster foot that just stands out to me.
For sure. I wonder if the hip sagged a little bit, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, if that gun breaks up into a bunch of pieces as well and doesn't really look like a gun, that'd be great.
Well, I'm in on it.
I think it looks good. This isn't my thing, but I think it looks cool. And its eyes light up. Look at that.
It should be your thing.
Man.
Slap the head on, slap the chest on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Start, change, finish.
I wonder whether it'll have those TFC. It does, doesn't it? It's got those TFC combiner ports, just miniaturized versions.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Are you getting Hulky too, Robert?
Oh yeah.
God dang! How many fucking Devastator do we need?
Yeah,
all of them.
I'm not even the biggest Devastator fan, but I find myself getting a Hulky. I'm getting this Hercules. I'm getting Toyworld, and I'm getting a Gravity Builder.
Do you have a Hercules and a Green Giant?
No.
Oh, well, you'll have to now. So
I wait.
Yeah,
I wait. I don't want that.
You can get them for a good price too now.
Yeah.
You can get Hurt and Giant for a really good price.
Just set up one shelf of Devastators.
They're old hat.
I wish they move on. They need to go. They need to do more. I mean, there's Devastator. Just I'm getting sick of Devastator.
Steve, I'm excited because I don't have the. I've been waiting since Giant. Well, yeah, since Hercules and Giant came out, I wanted to hold off, and I'm glad. So I'm excited because I don't have one, and now I'm getting fucking inundated with them.
Yeah,
congratulations.
See, well, that's what I talked about. It was probably a month ago. There's always people that are coming along and deciding to go in on something at any point in time. So it's okay that they're doing characters we already have because Robert needs a fucking Devastator. You know? So,
got 15 choices.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the Toy World one today? Is that in the notes?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we'll talk about scale issues later.
I don't think so. We can talk about it though.
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. I like that he's huge. I like how it looks based on the throttle box combiner and the fact that they're just going balls out with fucking parts forming combiner parts. I'm fine with that, because Devastator really was that. It's just weird though. Just like he's gonna be kind of like this MPP-10, like a showpiece, but not really part of the collection proper. Because I'm not going to get another Bruticus or another Abominus or a Pharaoh Rex.
Lenny said last week on the show, which I totally agree with him. I guess if I took it the way he took it, with this Toy World, you're starting a whole new scale.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with all the other stuff? You're going to sell that off and wait for everybody else to come up to catch up with them? So I think I'm passing Toy World. I think it's too big. I don't need it. I mean, I just, it's not on, like I said, you'll have to, rearrange everything, and I don't know. It just...
A bunch of episodes ago, the question came up, where do you see third party in 5 years' time? And I think I brought it up that, you know, that we're going to see a new scale in combiners, and then Toyworld have announced this Devastator, so
Coincidence?
that's well, you know, I'm actually the designer for Toyworld.
Yeah.
Secrets out.
Yeah, but when is big too big?
Well, the way I look at that thing is, if you don't already have any combiners and you just collect Masterpiece, then it's perfect.
Yeah. But I think I was listening to I think it's ROC, shout out to them. They was talking about, you know, the bigger they get, the harder, you know, with so much plastic and so much, you know, die cast or anything, you know, a couple of years from now, these things are going to be so saggy. They're going to be, you know, like they were talking about, you know, Hercules. You know, he's 4 years old. He's kind of a lean. You know, he leans back like Fat Joe a lot. You know, so, you know, give it another 2-3 years, the plastic is gonna, you know, they're going to be sinking. You know, they're going to be leaning, you know, a lot of stuff, all these big-ass combiners, and they're just not going to be able to hold themselves up. You know, they're going to be walking to themselves.
That aesthetic choice. Like, if you only had Masterpiece toys and you hadn't gone in on a combiner yet because you were waiting for what you felt was a proper scaled combiner, and all you have is, like, let's say, for the sake of argument, Fans Toys make toys and Takara Masterpiece figures, and
a Napoleon because you're a masochist,
and a Napoleon because it was your only option.
Yep.
If that's what you if that's what you were doing, this Devastator isn't going to look right. Like, it's not cut from the same cloth. Like, this is a different looking Devastator. Like, it's not a quote unquote masterpiece looking Devastator in the sense that we say masterpiece. Like, if you had a masterpiece, yeah, like if it's very Studio Ox, which I think it looks cool, but it's the certain Studio Ox designs are pretty close to the G1 cartoon designs, and then certain Studio Ox designs are pretty far off the reservation, and the Devastator is pretty far. Like the ears and all that shit. Like, it's a very different look. So right. I don't know. I don't know if I quite grasp the thought process for that person.
Did you guys see the image of the Gravity Builder head sculpt? The combined mode?
No. Yes.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm digging that. I like it's pretty stylized, but I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's kind of streamlined.
Go ahead, Robert.
Well, I was just gonna say, comparing Toyworld with Generation Toys, I enjoy that Generation Toys is giving their own spin, their own interpretation on the individual bot modes.
Yep.
You know,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, just like they did with Giant, not them, but you know, it's just cool. You know, it makes it like different. You don't feel like, okay, they're taking this in their own way, and you can appreciate them individually differently than just saying, okay, this looks just like, you know, Scrapper or whatever. And that's a different. You can appreciate that too, you know. But
that's how I feel.
Their Devastator. Like, I love their Devastator. Like that is how. Like, for me, that's how it clicks for me. Like, that's how, like, just like the Warbitron Bruticus, it doesn't look G1 cartoon, but it kind of, for me, it's how I imagine Bruticus when I think of him, you know?
Yeah.
Which is almost better than the G1 cartoon. And I feel the same way about the Gravity Builder. Like, that's how I imagine Devastator's, like a linebacker.
Yeah, he's a beefy unit.
Yeah. So, like, and I've seen that thing in person. I'm signed on for that. That's my Devastator. The other guy is for mine.
Yeah, I'm going Gravity Builder too. I mean, that's
if
the
they
one
don't
I'm
suck.
going for.
If the Toyworld ones look good in bot mode, they're gonna be like I'm gonna have like which is kind of crazy, like, to think about. Like, I'm gonna have probably by the end of this year my
13
G1,
Devastators.
my G1 Season 1 Decepticon shelf done.
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
It only took how long?
Next Step Beast Wars.
35 years.
30 years. Yeah.
Better late than never. So I guess.
Yeah. Next Step Beast Wars.
Next Step.
You know, wait for Optimus Primal. Best MP ever.
I don't know. That doesn't look necessarily very like masterpiece, if you ask me. But
you need
anyway,
a
that's a
hush.
different show.
You need a hush.
I like the character.
No, it's going to be the best MP ever.
I think
that's going to be a 3-step masterpiece changer. There's not much going on there.
It's okay. That's okay.
I think it looks masterpiecey in the sense that it looks like the cartoon. I just think the cartoon looks like shit.
It was
You know, but
20-something years ago.
Well,
man,
to be
come on
fair,
now.
I remember making jokes about that cartoon back then. Like I know it was fairly cutting edge for its time, but I remember thinking to myself, like, man, like you know what it reminds me of? Here we go. Perfect example. Jar Jar Binks was and Sebulba and all these digital characters that were in Phantom Menace were cutting edge for their time. But if you look at Jar Jar Binks next to like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, Jar Jar Binks looks like shit. But even when you saw Jar Jar Binks, you still thought to yourself, "This doesn't look right." That's how I feel about Beast Wars.
Beast Wars kind of reminds me of Tekken, the video game. Kind of
I can see that
kind of thing going. I loved it. I love it, and I'm excited. I can't wait for it. Oh, Ironhide comes out soon too. Yes. Anyway, sorry.
I'm thinking we're canceling that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
What about him scaling almost up there with Soundwave?
it's awesome.
You like
He's
that?
a big guy. He's a
Is
big
he
boy.
He's scaling with Soundwave?
Yeah, he's like up to his eyes.
That's
See,
what
like
he
I'll
is.
tell you what, like if I'm gonna put him on my shelf, and if it doesn't feel right, he's out of here. Like, because I'm not happy about him. Like I'm not. I don't think he looks.
You know what? You know what you do with that money, Bobby? If you do get rid of it, you throw that in towards your MMC Insecticons. Done.
No, I'll just put it towards one of these $1,000 fucking bill I got coming soon.
I think you'll like it. I think when you get it and you review it, you'll be like, "Huh, it is not bad.
Yeah, I'd be like, it looks like,
Not hateful.
We'll see. We'll see.
Not hateful."
We'll see.
I'm really looking forward to that review. Actually,
I saw the first time Bobby used the term not hateful on screen was his it was like January 2014. One of your old videos
that's
popped
creepy.
up on YouTube.
That's creepy.
It was when you were still not in HD and you had the white background. What the fuck were you reviewing? It was just the other day. It was Motormaster. And
okay.
At the end of it, you're like, how would I describe him? Not hateful. Not hateful. That's a good term.
all right. So everybody go back and watch that Motormaster review, and you'll see Robert looking through Bobby's window.
Hey.
Funny
Hey,
story
guys.
about that Motormaster review is my highest viewed video. It's possibly my worst review.
You're talking
like
about
my-
Seabird, right?
No, the Diesel Fans Project.
Oh, okay.
The final thoughts are pretty good, but like I struggled with the transformation of it. Like it was like the first time I ever struggled with a transformation on camera. But that video just happened to hit at the right time because there was some major fucking storm that was hitting, and for whatever reason he shipped right ahead of that storm, and I got him, and everybody else has got jammed up. So like I was one of the first people with it, and anyway, it's got like 100,000 some views, but it's like it was. What's crazy is like it's got like 100. I think it's got like 150,000 views. But what's funny
that's
is
like $50.
But the funny thing is the second place on my channel is like 20,000 views. You know what I mean? So it's like feast or famine.
Is that C-Dub Menosaur?
No,
The 20,000?
it's Warbitron Bruticus actually.
Oh.
But what's funny about it is that like it is probably the transformation that I struggled with the most ever, and it is my most viewed video. So that means more people were exposed to me with that video, and like, oh fuck this guy, I'm never watching him again.
They're just watching so they can see you fail. You need to do that a little bit more.
Exactly.
So, just cut out. Just don't do that bit where you speed it up when you're trying to get something. Everyone can feel that pain.
This was before that.
Yeah.
I think I got 20 something videos. I think altogether I got 1,000 views. High five.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I think my first 3 or 4 videos, like some of them have still not broke 100 views.
Yeah, I got some. Mine's about.
Do you know what I mean?
The most
Let me-
I have is my collection video, and it's at 700 views.
Damn, that's fucking good, Matt.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of thumbs down.
Matt, that's good. Like, how long have you been reviewing figures? How many videos do you have up?
Now I just got like 21, 22.
I mean, it's pretty
20,000.
impressive to have like just 20 videos up, and you were already almost breaking 1,000 views on one of them. Like,
Yeah, I love it. I love doing the videos. They're fun. I'm at the floor time, and
it's not common. All right, so here we go. My first Oh, I have one video. It's my fourth. Okay, this is good. My third video, 81 views. My fourth video, ready for this one? 45 views.
Transformers?
1, 2,
Are they Transformers?
Yeah, they were when I was doing art stuff. 1,
Oh,
2,
okay.
3, 4. My fifth video, 112. 6, 83. 7, painting Dinobot Swoop, 55 views.
You painted. Oh, this was. How long does that go? That's what, 3 years ago, probably.
It's a 5-hour long video.
Yeah.
No, it's not. They're all like time lapse.
I know.
Huh.
But yeah, so chin up, Matt.
I'm just going to jump in. I have one video. I have one video on my YouTube channel, and it's got 285 views. So thanks for everyone
See,
that
you
watched.
smoked mine.
Yeah, it's all the shelving. Everyone's just watching for the shelving.
There's just there's old school people, with all the everybody knows reviewers. You know who y'all are. Then it's just the new class, with Bobby and all that, Justin, and all that stuff. It just, I think that the torch is being passed because you're hearing a lot about the older ones are getting kind of ticked off because they're not getting all the views they want. Well, they just haven't changed up their stuff. And with Bobby, you do something different. Justin does something different. All the Brave does something different. It's just you're evolving to different stuff. So I know that's not a review podcast, but I just thought I'd say that.
So are we at a
Shout out to Brave.
Yeah, Brave.
He don't think I ever shout him out. He's one of my favorite reviewers, so I just shout
He
out.
talks shit about you all the time, Mickey. I'm just kidding.
Mickey, hurry up and put up your review for the D'Antwoord Ninja figure.
What about
You promised me Ninja. It's a 3A. Is that the name of the company? It's one of those. I want to buy it, but I want to know if it's any good. And he told me he put a review up for it about 2 months ago and still hasn't. So hurry the fuck up.
Funny you should say that, Lenny, because he told me he would put up a video that I shot for him on a busy ass weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He told me he was going to have it up in a couple of weeks. That was somewhere in 2015.
Yeah, get your shit together, Mickey.
I like talking about this shit because I know when he's listening, he's like rolling his eyes, banging on the console, on the chair, between the seats of the car.
Yeah, he's sitting there, fucking dick missiles.
yeah.
I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him struggle through the Ironhide, the TFC Ironhide, and I haven't seen the video come up yet.
Oh, so you've let 3 of us down, Mickey.
Yeah, it's definitely a trend. It's definitely a
not
trend.
Ironhide, right? Detective. Sorry, Matt. You're right. Detective, not Ironhide.
He don't like SQ, I guess, man. That's what it is. He just don't like Sherry Case.
Yeah.
He's a big guy now. To Toy Detox.
That's true, man. Toy Detox.
Shout out to Toy Detox. All right, let's move on. Or we're just going to sit here doing shout outs all day.
We're an hour into the show. We're on to our second thing.
Yeah. All right. MMC Ocular Max Cassette teaser.
Yeah.
I'm in on these. These look fucking real good.
See,
love me some silhouettes.
Savage was huge, man. He was big.
I'm okay with it.
The thing is that like the masterpiece ones don't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're too small. I know why they had to do it. They had to do it.
Because they're Soundwave.
They had to do it so that it fit in Soundwave's chest. But like, I much prefer this approach. But Takara would have got slammed. Like if they would have put out those tapes with Soundwave and they didn't fit in the chest, people would have been like, it doesn't even fit in the chest.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What do you think? We can't do this.
But I think this is the right approach. I don't care that they don't fit in the chest. They're not going to be in tape mode, and they're going to look better on the shelf. I'm on board.
Now, these in tape mode are the same size as a real life cassette.
That's a proper tape, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they had a Ravage at a TFCon prototype, I think, and he's a hefty boy. He's his size of a dog.
That laser beak is going to be fucking beautiful.
I hope they do them all. I hope they do like Rat Bat, and I hope they do the combiner ones. Overkill.
Do the Autobots too. Like get rid of these KFC tapes for Christ's
sake.
Yeah.
What the hell's gonna happen when everybody starts selling their KFC tapes? What are they gonna be selling?
They'll be going for $1 each.
No, people be treating them like accessories to their main sale. Like, look, buy Make Toys Gundog, and I'll throw in this ram horn and steel jaw for free.
Yeah.
No, what they'll do, they'll just shoot videos of them, destroying them. Basically, what they'll do. So yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do the whole cast, because if they look like a Ravage, they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, that Ravage looks nice.
Yeah, it looks nice next to Gundog.
Yeah.
Now, are they allowed to call it RMX-01 Jaguar?
Why?
Well, that's the Takara name for.
That's the Takara name.
Really?
They're not allowed. They're probably not allowed, but they just did it anyways. Cause
they don't fucking care.
Yeah. Fuck all y'all.
What do they care?
They're hardcore.
Yeah.
I got balls.
Unless you can't copyright the name of an animal or something.
So we're definitely, because if there's one thing that we've learned about MMC in 2015 especially, is that they're quite fond of the repaint. So we're definitely going to get Frenzy and Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely going to get Buzzsaw and Laserbeak, and then they'll probably turn Jaguar into I don't know, Garfield.
The white
Snow Leopard.
Steel Jaw.
No, he was white in I forgot his name.
Yeah.
He was a Japanese. I know Triple R will know this. He's a white Jaguar. I forgot his name though. So they'll probably do him.
Oh my god. My wife just sent me this thing she found on Instagram. Oh, I'm going to have to record this. Hold on 1 second. Listen to this. Tap and hold. Here we go. Send. My wife
I thought that's what she said. I'm like, that's awesome.
She found something on Instagram. Like, I guess it's a midwife. Received a gift. Gave a gift or some shit of like the umbilical cord to the baby, like dried up in the shape of a heart.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's nice. You know,
it's like literally making me nauseous.
That's better. That's better than eating it.
That's true.
I guess so.
That sounds Australian right there.
That's birth jerky.
Birth jerky.
In Japan, they eat the placenta. They cook it up and have a party.
Yeah,
hell yeah, they do. It tastes like monkey brain.
Oh, monkey.
I'm not kidding,
dude. Not
monkey.
for nothing. Hate to plug the other show and shit. But you know what? I am gonna start giving my other show, a fucking shout out on this show. We fucking shout the shit out of Shattercast.
Nerd Rage Radio.
On Nerd Rage Radio, we did a top 10 monkey movies of all time. Pretty good listen. We talked about MVP, most valuable primate.
Hey.
The tagline, it was a monkey. Dude, Caesar's my fave. But the tagline to it was he shoots a little faster. He skates a little faster. He shoots a little harder, and he's driving everyone bananas. So good.
Wait, was Prom on your top 10?
No. It was an internet list. It was an internet list. Wasn't it?
Hey, Bobby.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh,
What?
dude, they're so
You need
good.
to.
The second one, in particular, is fucking.
Oh, they're shooting a third one too.
I know. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh,
What was the second one called? Revenge of the Planet of the Apes?
No, I think it was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, all right.
Empire.
The Empire Strikes Back. The
Yes,
Planet of the Apes.
The next
they
one.
have one with Marky Mark takes on the Planet of the Apes.
War of the Planet of the Apes is the next one. Yeah. Anyway, all right.
We can move on.
Fighting some bonobos. Anyway.
Alright, so it looks like Toyworld are joining the Seeker Mold game. We've got Ramjet prototype reveals.
These are big boys too.
Mm-hmm. How do y'all feel about the change in scale?
Okay. Let me say this. When I first saw this picture, I was like, I'm going to cancel the Takara one. Like, I think that this, like, the sculpt of this knocks this fucking character out of the park.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But then I saw the scale, and I was like, no way.
Wait. Because what do you call that scale chart? Wait, what do you call it? The scale chart?
Sunbow?
The hair
Sun-
scare.
The Sunbow scale chart. They actually are a head taller than the proper Seekers.
Yeah,
Because of the cone, or do their eyes?
No, their fucking head.
Right.
They are beefier than the Seekers. They go like it's
Yeah,
like
but not in the
neck and head
cartoon.
up.
In the cartoon, they was.
I'm talking Sunbow, bro. Sunbow, bro.
I was just talking about the cartoon because that's what usually everybody goes by. If you're a Transformer fan, you go by the
Yeah,
cartoon.
but the Sunbow chart was what was used for the cartoon. I'm looking at it.
It is proper.
Pull it up right now.
That's when I posted that. Did you see what I posted? I said I want Toyworld to make each successive cone head bigger than the
Slightly
last.
bigger, yeah.
So it cause like an existential.
I don't have the cone head.
No,
so, I mean,
that's not right, Robert. That's inaccurate.
No, I'll send it to you. I have it.
I'm looking. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right
looking
now.
at it right now, dude.
Maybe it's not the Sunbow chart. Here.
The head on Starscream goes up a little bit past the green line. The head on Ramjet goes up a little bit past the green line. The cone heads are taller. The cone goes to the pink line, which is the line above the green line, but they're about the same size. The fins like that sit next to the head, like the what do they call it, jet or whatever.
The intake bits.
The intakes
Yeah.
are on the same are even.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good. And I may have to get him because I don't have. Well, I'm gonna get the MP one, so I'll probably skip on these. But I don't have any of the cone heads as far as I didn't get the iGear one. So he looks good though. The back cleans up real good, I think.
Yeah, it looks like I said, the first time I saw it, I was like, so long, Takara, because the Takara one doesn't look that great either. Like,
Nope.
like it's another Takara masterpiece that looks okay.
All right, I'm going to send this photo to the chat. What I'm showing, the Seeker.
Is it the wings?
Okay, the green line goes mid-face to the Seeker mold, and then the green line is at the shoulder of the cone head.
Hold on one second, 'cause I'm looking at it.
Is
too.
it the
I'll
wings?
send it to you.
I'm looking at it. Oh, but look where it look at the intakes.
Look at my intakes. How many times?
Yeah,
Look at the
intakes?
intakes.
Which chat have you sent this to, Robert?
I'm sending it right now to the
To Sky?
Seeker chat.
I mean, is it? What do you think
No,
of it,
that's
Lenny?
SEO
What do you
show.
think, Lenny?
Okay.
Do you like the Toy World one?
I think it looks cool. I don't think it's enough of an improvement on my iGear one to bother with, though.
Huh.
The only thing on the iGear one that kind of bothers me are the two bits that kind of come down his side, like in his armpits.
Oh,
They-
the little thin. Okay, yeah.
The
wing
fins
part.
that probably they should have found a way to fold back. But other than that, I'm happy with it. The head sculpts on the iGear ones could have done with a little bit more love.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but I don't like the look of the MP one either. I think the cone head looks like a dome more than the head sculpt on this Toyworld one. That's definitely much better than the MP.
I agree.
Maybe they call them dome heads.
I think the Toyworld one might be a little too tall, even considering the Sunbow chart, though.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but still, they should be taller.
They should be slightly taller, but nowhere near as tall as you. I mean, these are too tall.
They look a little witchy. Little witchy.
I don't know how much these things are going to cost. God.
$100? 120? What do you think? $120?
150.
150.
At least
Oh,
150,
come
I'll probably
on.
say.
Come
This is the.
on.
It's just a fad.
Come on.
The pricing is all fad. What are you willing to pay? That's what we'll charge.
Yep.
150.
Well, they'll be looking at the MP one is going to be $200 because it's a Takara
Jesus.
exclusive.
No, it's not though. It's a little bit cheaper.
Is it? Well, 180.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's 180, yeah.
So they'll look at that. They'll look in the groups and they'll see how much people are offloading their iGear ones because people are going to buy the MP ones, and they're going for what 150 each, roughly, in the groups. So I think they'll slap 150 on it because it's
No.
bigger.
Do you have a problem with there being a ball joint in the foot?
Yes.
Ball peg.
Ball peg, sorry.
Yeah, that ankle don't look right.
Can't get a right ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
not
When are they going to stop
like-
in prices?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think that this design wise though is just like I think this shits on the Takara one. Like it just looks. I do, and I'm not happy about it because I'm pre-ordered for the Takara one. I'm passing on this. but like, this looks the shit.
The mold is updated.
It's updated. He looks menacing. He looks like he's gonna kick the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That Takara one looks like he came for, like, I don't know, like a slice of salami or something, like something bizarre.
We should just be called third party SEU. That's what we all should be called.
Yes, we should. I agree, Matthew, wholeheartedly. Time to get rid of the Hasbro news. Sorry for the 3 Hasbro collectors we've got out there. We're not doing Hasbro news anymore.
Wow.
And you can thank Matt for
Yeah,
that.
thanks, Matt.
Third party, Shattercast, whatever.
I will say about this mold, and I'm sure they probably are going to find a way to fix it before the final, but those wheels on its knees, they need to.
It can tuck in.
It can?
Yeah, if you
Oh, okay,
down,
gotcha.
Are we talking about Ironhide?
No.
No.
There's little flaps that open up. And you can tuck
Ah,
in.
yeah, gotcha. You've got... Now I know how to work the internet. Cool.
Yay!
But you know what this guy has? He's got a fucking waist swivel.
Yep.
Okay.
Forgot about it.
So you can
pretty
turn
exciting.
sideways and look at you.
Like, it's that face sculpt, man. Like, this shit is on the money.
He does look really bad. He looked like he's from Brooklyn or something. That Robert knows him. He looks Italian.
He looks like someone stole his fucking slippers. And he wants
Yeah,
his
somebody stole his slippers. Yeah.
He wants his poopy slippers.
He's mad.
Back. He's
He
back
is
for
mad.
revenge.
He's like, "Where's my slippers, boy?"
Yeah, I'm not like if this why the fuck do you think they made this thing so fucking big?
Because everybody else is going bigger. That's what third party's going towards.
I
is
am
big.
not. let me say this. I am not rebuying these goddamn jets again. The answer is
I bet you will. I
The
bet
answer
you
is
will.
no.
Well, wait until you see the Make Toys one, and we'll go from there.
They're doing it to scale their Devastator.
I am out.
I don't know. I feel kind of frustrated now that I'm so far in on Make Toys that I'm probably going to buy everything they put out, and I've just paid $200 for a fucking a Thundercracker, and I pay, I've got the Skywarp as well, and I paid $200 for the Starscream, and they could all be gone.
I'm telling you, if they back this down, I am in.
What are the chances it's just because of the materials of the prototype?
It can't be, man. Like, there's pictures with him next to Acid Storm. Why would they even show those pictures? They could have got me on
be his
okey
size.
doke. They could have got me on an okey doke if they just didn't.
Got him.
Get at him.
Yeah. I am really looking forward to see what Make Toys are going to come up with for a Seeker mold, because I think it's going to be in that same stylized Make Toys.
Are they doing the Seekers or are they doing the Coneheads first?
It's called Trader, isn't it? So.
Oh, it's Starscream. Okay.
Starscream. Is that what
They
it's
took
called?
Igear's name. They took Igear.
Oh, maybe it's not Trader. I forget what it's called. But
that's Igear's name.
yeah, I think that thing's going to be beautiful.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. Starscream, definitely.
Yeah.
The wings on this thing are so much smarter than the.
Yeah, because on the Hasbro they're hanging off the hips, right?
The whole
wing goes up to the
wing is hanging off like.
But I mean, that's what G1 wasn't. I mean,
I know. But they should have. Let me see.
It's almost like they went to the old Seeker mold. It's almost like they used the old Seeker mold to make the Conehead mold with the side skirts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same with Dirge. Dirge is the same way, and so was Ramjet. I mean, that's what their wings did. They went all the way up. So they're staying true to what they're staying true to their own mold. They're not copying somebody else's. Sorry.
Yeah, but they have a piece. It's not the whole wing though, Matt. I mean, some of the wing is on the back of Ramjet, on the Takara one. Like, if you look at the picture, like there's a big piece of it that's attached to the calf. And then there's another piece of it that folds around to the back.
They're staying true to their G1.
I'll tell you what. I learned from Apollyon not to don't judge a book by its cover. And this looks.
How do you
pretty.
like that Apollyon, Robert?
I fucking hate it. And this looks really gorgeous, but those ball pegs on those feet, they might render him useless for posing.
Dude, and then the Takara one has the nose cone that comes down at the bottom of the crotch. Is that for real?
I'm out. Fuck that too.
Right, dude.
How did they get? How did they even manage that? It looks like he's got a fucking dong hanging off. Oh my god!
They all look like they got dongs hanging off their shit.
It's
Look
the Cara. They know that the Kool-Aid fucking fans will just buy it anyway.
Oh yeah, because third party don't think that either. The
that's why third party gives us options. That's why we got options, Matt.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. See you in 10 years when you're out of business.
I wish somebody would like. Do they read the letters? Could I write to them and say, "Look, make this thing a little smaller," and I will
They
buy
wait for
it.
your letter, man. They wait for your letter, man.
Speaking of which, can somebody, please, if one of our listeners knows somebody who knows somebody tell Toyworld to stop letting fucking Nosferatu show these photos.
No, I think that's great. I think it's awesome.
You mean fingernails?
Fucking disgusting with those nails. You can see like shit stuck up in his nails.
You can tell he's proud of those nails too.
Yeah,
And not for
It's
nothing, I'll
literally
tell you
is
this,
shit,
too.
probably.
You know, like, all right, so we learned, somebody wrote us, or was it Robert that told us that culturally what it means is that, you know, they come from some money, they don't have to worry about working hard.
Exactly.
It's like a sign to everybody that they don't have to work with their hands. Let me tell you something. To a guy like me, I look at that and immediately think less of you.
Yeah. Get some dirt under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real reason to even have a hand in those photos. It's just like, look at my pretty nails.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture of Ramjet next to. It's too big, dude. Like, I'm trying to justify it to myself, but it's just too damn big. Like, the head of Acid Storm, it comes up to just the top of his shoulder.
Okay, really quick though. Okay. Rather than compare him, because I've seen this commented on, rather than compare him to the Acid Storm mold, what about comparing him to MP10, which supposedly reset the scale? Because the Acid Storm mold was before MP10.
But he's not going to be standing anywhere near MP10 on most people's shelves.
No, I understand that. But let's just say Acid Storm, that whole mold didn't exist. Does this scale properly with the new scale set by MP10?
Well, no, man, it can't. Because isn't MP10 about the same size as the Seeker? Let me see.
No, he's big. I'm probably wrong.
Nah, he's the same size as Rodimus.
Wait a second, I'm sitting in my toy room. I'm gonna just.
Me too.
MP11.
Oh, nice.
MP10 and MP, yeah, he's bigger. MP10.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Robert.
Yeah, I think you might be right too. Because Starscream.
I'm not gonna say he's right.
I love you.
All right, so MP10 is going to be about the same size as Ramjet.
Is that proper or not?
I thought the Coneheads would be bigger than Prime.
According to the Sunbow scale chart.
Are you doing your fingers too when you say that? The fingers, the bunny ears.
According to the Sunbow scale chart, is wrong because Optimus comes up to the pink line, and the top of the cone head is underneath the pink line. So, like, you know what I mean. So to put it in perspective, like the cone head is going to be taller. Like the actual cone bit is going to be taller than
Right. Just his head.
That's
okay.
weird. That's weird.
Oh, we got Hasbro news.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we're not doing that anymore, Matthew. Sorry.
we used to.
But thanks to Matthew Deluxe Baldwin, we don't have to anymore.
Oh.
We're the third party podcast for everybody
We
listening.
are.
Let's just go with it. Fuck it. No one else does.
Oh, Robert, it was sarcasm.
Oh, was it? Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. MP Ironhide final product images.
Yay.
This doesn't
You
look
look
good.
bad.
This doesn't look good.
Not Michael Jackson bad.
No, that's some Michael Jackson good. That Michael Jackson bad.
The van mode is fucking spot on. I don't care what anybody says.
Wait! I'm gonna jump back to that. That was my first album I ever owned. Michael Jackson bad. Just so.
Really?
Yes.
What's funny to me about that is that you're older than me,
Mm.
and my first album that I ever owned was Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh yes, my grandmother bought me that when it first came out.
Yeah. I don't know. I was a late starter in getting into
You were a
music.
late start. You were a late
Yeah.
bloomer.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Look
dude
at
looks
that
like
ankle
he's-
tilt, man. Look
he
at that
looks like
ankle.
he's-
Gosh.
He looks
It's
like
tight.
he's got to take a shit. Like he
Tight
looks
like
like
a
he's gonna have
tiger.
an accident.
Man, that ankle
This
tilt
doesn't
is.
look good, man.
Wait,
It
why
doesn't.
why are they showing all the photos from the first reveal?
Look how big he is, man. He's perfect size. Man, God dang, I can't wait to get this boy.
Really?
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him, guys? Come on. What else?
All
What
right,
else?
let's start at the top and work our way down. So the head, I think, is fine. The shoulder where it connects to the cab, like that weird angle. Like look at the picture with him. Let's all work off the same picture. So that picture with him next to Prime and Sideswipe.
Yep.
That connection where the shoulder is to the cab, that looks fucking wonky to me.
I knew you were gonna say wonky. I knew it.
His head looks like it's floating up in the air.
It does look like it's floating over there, but I can deal with that. You put him in a downward looking pose.
That's what he did in G1.
I'm good.
Oh,
there.
good.
And then the chest to abdomen area, it looks like he's fat. Like it doesn't look. It doesn't. No, Matt.
Stop making excuses, Matt.
That's not what he looked like in G1 at all. He didn't look like this. Looks like he has a belly, like a proper belly.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
He's a big boy.
No,
Yeah,
he
but
looks
in
like
the
he's got a
cartoon,
fucking.
Are you
just a
fat
gut.
shaming? Are you fat shaming?
No, I'm not. It's just in the cartoon, it looked like he had a chest. Like all that shit became a chest.
Yeah.
This looks like he's wearing an inner tube.
Can we jump back to the image before that? It's just Ironhide standing behind his sled.
He might want to float around something.
They've got one leg, kind of going out in a dynamic pose, and it's got that little hinge on the hip skirt to come up.
Yes.
That looks
awesome.
fucking terrible.
God, that's
What?
awesome.
Where? What?
That
That's
just
so genius.
That breaks up. That just breaks the sculpt
Oh.
to pieces.
That fucking thing.
And the other thing that looks bad there is the shoulder once again and the flank of him. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on there?
He's got nothing there.
And they keep talking about you can rotate these hip skirts around to the side. I'm going to go out and say it looks terrible because I've never seen one picture with it.
And if
Nobody
that
wants
looks
to show
terrible
that off.
compared to this,
I'm gonna have to say yes because not one picture has shown it. You know what I mean?
no, exactly.
That guy enjoyed his jumbo coke when he went to Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna
did.
say
He got
that.
his free cup with it.
Mm.
Um,
And that sled, that looks like fucking shit.
Who needs it?
well,
Who fucking needs it?
to be fair, like, okay, it's got nothing to do with the transformation. It's just like a
No.
tip of the hat to the G1 toy. I'm fine with it. Doesn't bother me. I do
You're paying an extra $10 for that, though.
maybe, but I would have wished that money went into his flank.
Yep.
And got rid of his belly. Like, I wish it was a treadmill so I could put his ass on the treadmill and make
Look at
him
the
use it.
flames. Look at them fire flames, man. He's got a fire pit right there in his own little. Come
Yeah.
on.
That's true.
Yeah. It looks like he comes with some articulated hands as well.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
so-
And the tilt on them ankles? God, oh, that's
The
beautiful.
The shoulders, perfect. Like the actual shoulders, like the blocks, they're perfect. The biceps look perfect. The forearms are still a little wonky. Like you can't see it in that picture, but I've seen it in other ones where it's got like that weird shape at the bottom of it.
Where the window folds around behind it.
Yeah, if you look at in hand picture 02, you can see it. Doesn't really bother me. It's definitely like the least of my like criticisms about it, but it is weird.
Can I just jump in? Everyone bitches about the voodoo mold that you can see through the windshield and see straight through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. You can see right in there.
Right in there.
Yeah, look at
No,
that.
it's got a little tint to it. It's got a little shade to it.
It's got a little tint to it, but
You know
so's the
what?
fucking
Lenny,
voodoo
you know what,
one.
Lenny? Fuck voodoo. They ain't
so
shit.
it's
They ain't
voodoo.
never gonna
You
be
know what,
shit.
Matt?
They'll be out of
Fuck you.
business. They'll be
Fuck
out
you.
of business in a year. I guarantee you. Voodoo will be out of business.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they will.
No.
I'll
know,
tell
Bob,
you,
They shit.
Lenny, I think that you might be right about that. And actually, I got to apologize to Tyler L. as well. I learned some information. I don't think I can discuss it. Well, but this much I can discuss. The Voodoo Toys did switch factories between the Diaclone and the Ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go out on a limb and say I agree with you and Tyler L. that it probably feels better.
And I can't wait for that Ironhide because there's no way I'm giving Takara money for this piece of shit.
Of course.
Don't get the Ironhide, dude. Do you have the Diaclone? Did you see the Diaclone?
I do not. Nope.
The face sculpt sucks. He's like a mope. He's like
the whole sculpt sucks.
It's just the face. No, I like the mold.
Look at that van mode. That is a perfect van mode. Oh my god.
The van mode is on the money.
Yep, looks good. I like that little sunroof bit of business going on too.
Except, I don't know.
I do like sunroof too.
But
who
like,
gives a shit?
Exactly.
Oh, somebody's gonna recolor this to be the Scooby Doo van.
I just wish that I wish that the bot mode. I feel like this. I wish Greg was here because like he would have defended. We like
I'm defending it.
I know you are.
Let's go.
Like,
let's go.
Here's another weird thing. Why it looks like the glass. I guess it's all blue. The translucent plastic. It's just that it's darker because it's got tighter bits all up in the trunk.
You're talking about the back two windows compared to the windscreen.
They look black, right? Like
yeah.
And then
yeah.
Oh God,
That's just 'cause there's no light.
Yeah, I don't like translucent plastic for windows. It's not my it's not my thing. But I know people do. But the reason why I don't like it is case in point right here.
Yeah.
The G1 was clear, so I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The G1 was straight clear, so you could see it. So I'm thinking, I guess not the cartoon. No. The cartoon was blue then. Okay, well, so they gave you what you wanted. It's blue.
Yeah, no. I think that they tried it. That's like once again, least of my fucking worries with this thing. Moving down, the hip skirts look fucking stupid and wrong, and the legs.
What would you do with those though?
Matt, they could put a man on the moon, man. Like
I know that.
Well, did they?
No,
did
they
they?
got
Though?
Flag up there.
Robert, did they?
Thank you,
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, they never did.
I believe that too.
Van Allen belt. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
That's another
same.
discussion.
Wait, our flag is up there, Robert. Shut the hell up.
No, it isn't.
No, that's sitting in a studio.
No, it's sitting
well,
on the boom.
Anyways, let's do something. Like, what's another fucking great achievement? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
this is a great achievement. What are you talking about?
We've built skyscrapers. We've done fucking amazing things as a species. As a species.
Robert,
Do you know what I mean? But we can't make hip skirts end up in the right place. Like, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. Voodoo Toys didn't do it.
We made two skyscrapers fall. We made two skyscrapers fall with just kerosene, and we can't fucking.
People died, Robert. Be a little sensitive, please.
Do you think that 9/11 was an inside job, Robert?
I don't know what it was, but I know it
was
wasn't
Bush
jet fuel.
Bush was.
I know it wasn't jet fuel.
Why do you think it wasn't jet fuel?
Because it doesn't burn hot enough to fucking melt the steel.
That's not true. They've shown it. They've shown it, Robert. There's a
Man,
national.
what do you know? You're no expert.
There's a national. Look,
You're no expert. You're no expert.
First of all, at 1,000 degrees, steel begins to fail. You hear me? And you got your Baldwin comebacks tonight. But listen.
Hey.
Sorry, man. But that's your thing. Like this thing looks like a box. You look like a box.
You look like a box.
But like this at 1,000 degrees, steel begins to fail. So there's a National Geographic documentary where they put an exact replica of the steel beam over on this plank. They put jet fuel underneath it. They lit it off, and guess what happened? It fucking failed.
You believe everything you see on TV?
And what about?
What do you think about the legs? What do you think about the legs, Bobby?
What about?
I think the legs are perfect.
What about the thermite?
So what are you having the most problem with here?
They also did thermite. They also did thermite to a steel, and guess what it did?
No. They found thermite in the paint.
I know.
Listen. What are you having the most problems here, Bobby?
They also took thermite explosives to the steel, and guess what it did?
It made it
melted.
fail.
It did absolutely nothing.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
Because they used thermite. They used thermite to bring buildings down.
Yeah, they used yes and no, but it's not just thermite. But they put like the people that counter argue to the thermite are saying that nanothermite, and that's what makes it different. But I don't want to go on. But sometimes the truth is fucking stranger than fiction.
You're stranger than fiction.
I'm going to jump in before we move on. There is one thing that makes me doubt it more than anything else, and there is a TV report of when it's happening, and they report Building 9 or something?
Oh, right, that fucking building.
That
that I don't know enough about that one to make a claim about that one.
Yeah, that one was dodgy as fuck.
That is weird.
Is it false? Is it true or false that, because that's what I heard, that this was the first time a skyscraper fell that way due to fire?
I guess who's getting his Ironhide?
Yeah, let's jump back. Let's jump back to Ironhide. It's
Let's talk about the moon.
Bot. This is so bot. I'm excited. So
Matt, do you like all the criticisms that the three of us seem to share? Do you not have those criticisms, or
No.
are you just saying I'm okay with those? I'm like I recognize
okay.
them as criticisms, but they don't bother me.
hey, what's it say on in the title? Masterpiece. All right.
Right? No, I understand that you're buying it. I get it, but I'm asking.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying that I've yet to be so disappointed with the masterpiece. I don't have tracks yet. He's still in my pile of loot.
Oh,
that explains it.
Everybody's complaining.
Have
But
fun.
I've not had anything wrong with Masterpiece to make me say that I don't like that figure. I've liked every Masterpiece figure that you come out. And I did say Star Saber was not one of my favorites, but he's still a good bot.
What about
I think
Megatron?
it's
Megatron? Okay, you got me there. Shit.
Well, the guy
Okay.
who did Megatron did this. You know, it's like that's my point.
Well, just so what? So he made something, 5-7 years ago, and so he can't improve.
yeah, but then you get.
I'm not
Throw
saying-
that out. I'm throwing that out. I don't care if he made the Megatron and he makes Ironhide. Doesn't mean he's going to make the Ironhide just as shitty as Megatron.
Does
I
it look
agree,
like him?
Matt. My point is that you have had a masterpiece that you didn't like, and I'm saying that was designed by the same person that designed this.
Okay, you got me on that, but I'm not going. I don't go with that. I don't believe that. I don't. Just because he designed something 5-6 years ago doesn't mean it's going to be bad.
Can I ask you a question really quick, Matt? Is there anything about this figure that you think could be better?
No.
You think it's perfect?
No, I don't think it's perfect. I don't know yet. I'll have to wait until I get it in the hand to find out. Nothing's perfect. It's
Right.
just there's more stuff. But like other characters, there's with Ironhide, there's so much you can do with the Ironhide to make him, better or make him worse. He's Ironhide. He's just like he's a van. He's an old 80s. 70s, 80s van that looks
60s.
Really crappy, 60s, whatever. There's just so much you can do to him
Let
that
me ask you
to
this.
make him.
Of the marketing pictures that we saw of Ironhide, do you think that they look better, worse, or as good as, meaning equal to, the marketing pictures for tracks?
As far, I don't have any problems with the way tracks look as far as the marketing,
Right.
and as far as Ironhide either. No, I don't.
think-
They look spot on to me as far as this is what a G1 masterpiece figure should look like.
Really?
I think Ironhide, the skirts, they don't bother me. I don't. I'm not saying that everybody nitpicks or you nitpick or anything. I don't really nitpick. There's a reason why they had to be there, and I give it a pass. Now, like I said, I don't think he's perfect. I don't think there's perfect other than probably Masterpiece Soundwave or something like that. That's one of the or Starscream. That it's just he looks like a G1 Masterpiece Ironhide to me.
Look at Masterpiece, the one that you told us to look at. I think it was you. The Masterpiece. Oh no, it was Lenny. Masterpiece Ironhide in hand, a 06, with the sled in front of his foot. And when you look at this, you think that just take the arms and below the waist out of it and the head off of it. Just look at that body part. You think that looks right?
I'd have to look at the cartoon because the toy is totally jacked.
Sure.
To compare, I'm not comparing them off right now, but to me, yes.
Wow.
If you take the head off, you take the arms off. Now, in the cartoon, if I can remember, he is kind of more boxy as far as the chest. I think you were saying that he had more of a a chest, I guess, and you think he has an inner tube in this, which he may like to float. I like to float. Who doesn't like to float? Down the river. But I mean,
down the river.
you never floated down the river? It's awesome. Man. I love floating.
I feel like these motherfuckers were sniffing that glue standing behind. It's just.
That's a possibility, and I may hate him. I may get him in hand, and he may be the worst thing that I've ever had in my life. I don't know for sure, but just looking at him, I think he looks good. That's just my opinion.
What worries me about this is that I thought Trax looked awesome. Like, I was on board, super excited from the very moment I saw the very first image that I think Fear Corpse is the one that alerted us to him on Twitter.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he looked the shit from the very first moment I saw him to the moment I got him in hand, and then I was like, oh.
So you're just more worried that he looks like shit to you, but he may be actually a good figure.
Well, what I'm saying is that I was let down by something I thought looked damn near perfect, and this doesn't look perfect anywhere near perfect to me. So I'm worried, if you know what I mean, this is even worse.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I think Matt's gonna like Trax when he gets them. I think Matt's gonna like Trax.
I may do. I don't know. I don't think the backpack thing, that doesn't really bother me. Like, he's gonna be, on the shelf staring at me, and all my goodness, and then I'm not gonna see that back thing. So if you just like you just said, Bobby, when you first saw him, he looked perfect, and that's how he will look on my shelf. And same with Ironhide. It's going to be the same thing. I'm not going to have him in dynamic poses like this. He's going to be standing straight up, just like everybody else does. And and he'll be my Ironhide, unless something comes along. There may be a third party that comes along. Toyworld, or Fans Toys may make a Ironhide and might blow this shit out of the water. That's fine. But this right now, he's going to be my Ironhide.
My only thing, I feel like the box art is the best I've ever seen him look. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's the best picture of that toy I have ever seen.
Yeah.
But I can't
way
see
he's looking down and stuff, yeah.
Right, but I've yet to see it replicated in any picture.
Yeah.
Right.
That's because the armpits, you can't really tell by the lighting that the armpits push in so far, and the crotch looks more forward. It looks like the crotch area is more three-dimensional than it really is. It's all the lighting.
Yeah, and the angles on the chest.
The head sculpt on the head sculpt on the box art is different to the head sculpt on the toy as well.
Could he be transformed wrong? Maybe a little bit. The way he's thrusting, like you said, the box art, he's thrusting a little bit. In the picture where he's leaning over a little bit, I mean the crotch area looks like it's pushed in a lot more than what the box art has.
We've talked a lot about this Ironhide. If nothing else, this Ironhide has raised a lot of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really feel like this is the first big.
You said that about Bumblebee though, didn't you?
No.
Y'all didn't say that about Bumblebee?
No, I liked it. Greg always says that too. I liked Bumblebee from the moment I saw him.
Are y'all? I'm not gonna say just you, but I remember people just dogging the shit out of Bumblebee, like he's gonna be the worst figure ever. But then he came out and, oh my god, he's good.
Yeah,
Bobby, you sure you didn't say he was shit?
No, I liked him.
No, he looked good.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
The only thing that I even liked the little exosuit guy. Like I liked I viewed it as an accessory, and I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was great, but I thought for an accessory it was decent. But the only thing I didn't like was the gaps in the forearms. But that was it. I think that Bumblebee would have been a better toy if they could have strayed from the source material or from the licensing of the vehicle.
Right.
Right.
But outside of that,
I thought y'all shit on it. I'm sorry. I just thought.
I don't know why that is. Greg thought that too. Greg always says that too, but that's just not the case.
I could be definitely wrong. I just thought everybody was shit. I don't know if Lenny was on. Lenny, was you on that time? By that time?
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, when that Bumblebee came out, I thought those forearm gaps were a harbinger of things to come.
Yep.
Yes. I think we all said that. I think we all said that this might be the first shortcut.
And then, voila.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this Ironhide is the first. It's the first masterpiece since MP10 that the first time I saw it, I wasn't in love.
Right.
Let me ask you guys.
I hope you like it. I hope you do like it. I hope everybody likes it.
Me too.
Let me ask you this, because I've heard you guys talk back before, and I was just listening. I remember discussions you guys would have about third party, and whether it's right or it's wrong. And Bobby would bring up, well, I feel like the characters are owned by the fans. It's the fans have the right to do with it. What they should be, something in that effect. So in that vein, do you feel like they have a right to call this or tracks a masterpiece? As a collector, can you say, what, that's not a masterpiece? I don't give a fuck what they call it. It's not.
Well, they have the right to call it whatever they want because it's their stuff, but you can call it whatever you want too because that's your own opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
but they can call it masterpiece. So
what Matt said is the nuts and bolts of it. They
well, let's not talk nuts and bolts. Let's talk nitty gritty.
That is nitty gritty. That's bam, stamped it. Nitty gritty. Bam.
I want the meat and potatoes. Okay, give me some meat.
Meat and potatoes too. It is masterpiece. That's their stuff. They can call it whatever they want, and we can call it whatever we want too because we have opinion. But it don't mean it's going to be true. But they do. They have the licensings for this stuff. So yeah, that's stamped it right there. Meat and potatoes.
Like for me, masterpiece is not a scale. It's the literal fucking definition, right? This thing is a goddamn masterpiece. And I don't feel like Trax is that. I feel like even though Star Saber is kind of a bummer to me, I still feel like it qualifies just because of how much stuff is going on there.
Yeah, it's a good mold.
But not even just that, just like the amount of trickery and shit that they use in order to kind of pull off everything. It's smart.
Yeah.
But
you're smart.
But Trax.
Jesus.
Trax just like I don't know. Like he feels when I hold Trax in my hand, he feels like junk to me.
Yeah, it's still got that trickery thrown in where they've got the wings for the car mode and all that bit of business. Like that is a definite masterpiecey gimmick, but I think they sacrificed a little bit of the final product just to get that to work.
Like the way that the forearm transforms, like that makes me feel like I'm dealing with a masterpiece.
Yeah. Right.
But that's it. Like in the finish, like the color finish of it, like that blue. Like they're whatever they use to get their paint applied is fucking it's phenomenal. Like, but that's it. That's it though. Like, it just doesn't do it for me.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on to Unite Warriors Blast Off Vehicle Mode. So some C-dub for you, Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew that was coming. Whatever.
Did you see that guy willing to trade his Feral Rex for like C-dub stuff?
Yes, I did.
Where's this guy at?
I don't think that was even a joke post. I think that was real.
No, I think it was real. But then somebody, I think that, like, to be fair, okay, I think that like if I was his friend, for those listening, there was a guy in one of the groups that he was offering up his Feral Rex for Combiner Wars or Masterpiece stuff, either or.
Yes.
And somebody offered him like a Masterpiece sideswipe and wheeljack, and the guy was like, "No, dude, come on."
What? Come on.
So
no, he said "lol," and the guy replied, "Well, you don't have to laugh in my face."
Right. I wasn't gonna.
He must have neck beard.
I'm gonna shit on you, but you're not allowed to laugh at me.
But here's the thing. I think that to be fair, he was looking for something that was cost-wise the same. So he would have swapped out his Feral Rex if somebody was saying, here's Superion, Menasor, Defensor, Bruticus, and, I don't know, the Autobot Nightmare. Because that would have been $500 worth of toys, and, he would have been like, fine. Or, I think it was along those lines. I don't think it was...
Ultra Magnus or something,
Yeah, or here's Masterpiece Ultra Magnus and 4 cars or whatever. Like, I think he was looking for something that evened out cost-wise in his defense.
Yes.
Like, I don't think he was just saying, like, yeah, dude, I just want to get rid of this Feral Rex. Can you throw me fucking...
Like swipe?
You know,
And
or
Yellow
like,
Jacket, and
can you
Tiger
throw-
Tracks.
Can you throw me I just want all the Alpha Bravo repaints.
I also like on that the one of the first comments was, "I have a whole bunch of movie figures, but I don't think I don't think that's what you're after."
That guy would
There's always that guy. Yeah,
He was fucking serious too.
I know.
I got Revenge of the Fallen stuff.
I know.
what you need. I got
Leader
you.
class. Leader class.
Oh, baller.
But yeah, this blast off. You know, at least they're doing it. At least they're doing it right, I guess.
Yep.
Who's that right?
I'm still looking for the plane blast off. Shit, I haven't found him yet.
Who's that on his back? Who is that?
Some kind of RID figure.
Oh, is that fixed? Wait, hold on. Let me go.
No, it's a
into-
repaint of it's a ransack or run amok or run amok.
Oh, yeah, Run Amok. Yeah, the black one. The black
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Repainted from the
Minosaur
Stunnicon guy.
Also looks like shit.
I don't think he looks bad. That big white circle on his chest is a bit much.
Well, that's what made me think it was an RID figure.
Yeah.
I don't think he looks bad.
He's the generation. Whatever.
Man, you know what? Bobby's weakness is you call it a fucking Stunnicon.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Blackout was good.
Yeah.
Was it Blackout? The little guy, the Minosaur Blackout or something?
Good.
I don't know. Whatever. Alrighty.
But yeah, there's that.
That's a thing.
The shuttle mode looks like Chigger.
That's something.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks like a deluxe
Yeah.
version, like a Hasbro deluxe version of DX9's Astro Train.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like a space shuttle, but we'll go with that.
Yeah, like a wide body.
Everyone bought that toy, they'll buy this as well. Alright.
I just got him out recently, the Chigger, and man, that thing needs some ratchets in them hips.
I haven't messed with mine too much.
Yeah,
the
I put mine
diecast,
on the shelf.
He just weighs them down, like I don't know. It's still fine, but it's just it's getting a little.
He's not my Astro Train.
I love the head sculpt on that though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you gonna replace
I love that we just start talking about third party while we're.
like meanwhile in third party.
Yeah.
So Bobby,
we need to
is
stop
that your
doing that.
Is that your final Astro Train?
No, absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
Absolutely not.
Wasn't speaking for you, but I know it's not.
Absolutely not.
No.
I think Takara Masterpiece will actually start doing some triple changes eventually. I think we'll get there.
You think it'll be Astro Train or Blitzwing first?
Springer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do Springer, Sandstorm, the fucking boat thing.
Yeah.
You know, before they get to any Decepticons.
Yeah, they'll do. I think Springer will definitely be the first. They're doing a hot rod. I think we'll see an RC and a Springer before we see any other.
Well, that'd be cool for a Springer. Oh,
yeah, fuck yeah.
Could
I don't have a Springer.
you
Could
should.
be cool.
Hasbro has one out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I had that. I got rid of that, Matthew.
Of course you did.
That's a good Springer, though. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best Hasbro toys I had, to be
Why don't
honest.
you go ahead and get that again, Lenny?
Because I'm not going to pollute my collection that way.
Should.
Pollute.
Yeah.
Pollute.
Alright, let's move on to RID Legends class, Battle of Hoth Optimus, and Good Enough Ratchet.
And to the next episode. Or next story.
Do we,
Legends, whatever.
Oh, look at this. This looks worse than the fucking Target Master that came with Unique Toys Blast.
Oh my god.
You know what we're going to start doing? I'm going to record the Hasbro news by myself, and then we're going to add it in. Because this really hurts my feelings a lot. Y'all do.
This toy hurts my feelings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Legends. I mean, come on. I mean,
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry. How much they cost? $12.99?
$6. $6.99.
No, they're not.
$8.99.
Yeah, they are.
No, not in New
$6.99.
York. They're like $12.
I'm not in New York. I'm not in Brooklyn. You don't know me. I'm in Arkansas.
That's half a Brooklyn happy finish at a masseuse, so you could save your money for that.
Or, let's say $7. So
Right.
7 of these or one Little Maggie. I'm sorry.
Sure. I'd have to go for Little Maggie, too. I'm sorry. I like a Little Maggie.
Alright, let's move on.
Fuck
Those
third party.
Datsuns were a little expensive, though. The fucking set was like 60-something bucks.
Yeah,
67
$70. 69.
69
Crazy.
bucks.
That's Crazybolt.
Yeah.
What? What?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's-
ROD Deployer Crazybolt.
What in the hell is that?
Even the Hasbro guy doesn't know.
Mad.
Is that a ball? What is that? Is that a
It's
circus ball?
it says something playing with a something.
What the fuck? Is it
Is that a
spitting out
retarded?
That's a shape playing with the.
bits?
It looks like a car that is like one of those prehistoric birds.
It's like here's
Oh,
the
that's old Sideswipes. That's Sideswipes mold, I think. Man, that's it looks like a retarded rabbit spitting out a circus ball.
looks like he shoots candy. It looks like a fucking mint.
It's the free candy van.
Get in my van. Here's a fucking.
Oh, and
candy.
they're going the Warbitron route where you got to put the other figure together.
Yeah.
You got to cut it off the sprue.
Yeah. And it's got that Warbitron translucent plastic.
They've done those already. The little mini cons. Yeah, that's how it's always been.
And what's this one meant to be? A phoenix? Is that what that is?
I don't.
Just gonna rise from the Hasbro ashes.
Can't support that kind of crap.
Hey man, I'm a Hail Hasbro guy these days, man. They're doing good stuff with their Legends and their Star Wars stuff. I can't speak on this shit.
I can't support this though. Ugh.
Dude, you know that bird I'm talking about? Anybody know that bird I'm talking about? That prehistoric bird?
What?
It's got like a big head, walks on like big hind legs. It's got like bright feathers usually. Look it up.
I wasn't there. I can't remember.
Ostrich?
No, I wasn't there either, but I remember.
Who was there? Was
seeing-
anybody there? No.
I think there was 5 people there,
Yeah.
Does that even look?
Or 20,000.
or 20.
Does that even look? Does that even look like a Decepticon symbol? I mean, it's got like
It
googly
does,
eyes.
Robert.
It's
Yes,
like
it does,
googly
Robert.
eyes with a feather mask.
All right,
We
it's
have to-
it's called a Physornis.
Oh,
Oh, that. Okay.
Physornis.
Were there any in Jurassic Park?
Negative.
That's why I
Goodbye.
don't know.
PYT. Pretty young and tempting.
what do you call a gay dinosaur?
PYT.
A lot of sore ass. All right.
My
That was
daughter.
funny. That was funny. I like
What do
that
you
one.
call what do you call a lesbian dinosaur? A lick-a-lot-of-puss. All right.
Oh God.
Yeah, now it's getting stupid.
Time to move on to Platinum Edition Cherry Coke flavored classics Optimus Prime and Megatron for some reason.
I like this. I'm sorry. I like the colors on it, and I love the blue, the translucent on Prime. These are great molds. I don't care what you say. I like it.
Wait, let me
Okay.
I didn't put the time marker in for this.
I love the red.
That kibble is shit on both of them.
Well, yeah.
This
I mean, it's
is
always been shit.
this is a Nerf gun, isn't it? Is this
Yeah,
the one?
the Nerf Megatron
Does it actually
Nerf gun.
shoot something?
No, he was in the classic line, the original classics. That's what Megatron was around 2007.
Oh,
That's what they did.
I didn't bother with this.
I know.
Even
you didn't,
even
but
back
was
then,
telling
I
you.
thought this was bad.
Well, you know,
But let me
it's
give you
actually a
this.
pretty good mold.
No,
good
it's
mold.
not. No, it's
You know
not.
what
I
makes
played
this-
with one.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
terrible.
Makes this-
No, it's terrible.
No.
What makes this nice is in Bobby's first music video, Yule pointed this mold at his own head and pretended to kill himself with it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I love the Prime mold. I mean, they've used it way too many times, but and this one's probably going to fall, disintegrate when you open it if it hits air. But I like that color. I like that Prime. He's a good Prime.
What's he holding, Matt?
His Nerf gun. His little squirt. His little squirt. You put water in that, you can squirt.
Wait, does he have a gun in both hands, or is one arm a
Yes.
gun?
One's a smoke stack, and one of is the top of it. When
Looks
it's
like
in,
Oh, that's genius.
Looks like
y'all
a
not
squid.
really have. Y'all didn't do the classics. The
I did not have a Classics Optimus or Megatron because I thought they looked like shit.
Well, you know what? You look like shit.
I did have that Megatron that you just got the repaint of. I had that. The original mold of, and
Oh, the bomber, the God bomber.
yeah, the bomber. And shut up. I never owned a Classics Optimus because I had an MP04. It was one of my first toys back in, so I didn't bother with.
I mean, it's a chug. I mean, it's a chug mold. I mean, if you don't collect chug, you're not gonna like it. But I like it. It's a good mold. I have several.
That look at Megatron's fancy red boots.
Yeah.
I like that. A boot for maker stomping.
There's dancing shoes.
Megatron looks like a lady of the night.
Yes. Oh, the sexy beast. I will get these. I like the. I don't like the platinum. So far they've been, like the Blitzwing and the Astrotrain were red. Why does the platinum series have to be red? I don't understand this. That's weird, but
You know what I never cared. You know what I never cared for with the classic
Hasbro.
mold, and that's not true. And I never had it. But just in pictures and stuff is the forearm kibble.
It's shit.
Yeah,
I hate it.
it was. Yeah, the way it folded, it was the door actually, and it didn't snap in anywhere. It just folded over a little bit, and it just laid there. Yeah, that was probably the worst thing. I know you can name a lot more. I know you can name a lot more bad shit, but that was probably in my eyes, that was the worst thing. Was the arm.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing that really bothers me. I mean, the truck mode looks absurd. It's not for me. But the but in robot mode, that's literally the only thing that bothers me.
It's a good ball. Whatever.
It's funny when we talked about before about how the transformation with some characters, the transformation aspects of the transformation are really germane to the character. Like shouldn't deviate from it, and having that kibble on germane, the kibble on his arms, it's just not prime. It's just a violation.
Yeah, but it's an updated version, Robert.
You're an updated version.
I know. I don't have kibble on my arms. I mean, I got kibble on my belly, but that's about it. That was a fat joke.
No. I picked up on that.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. Do you want to, Lenny? You want to do we're almost at 2 hours now. Do you want to do this Jacticon question? And then
Yeah. Let's do that.
All
right. Let me just scroll down. I'm still admiring the Hasbro.
Are you really?
What?
Are you
What?
really?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
really?
No, no. I think I've fallen asleep. Okay.
I had a moment.
This is going to be our moment. Jacticon asks, what did you think as a kid of Megs turning into Galvatron?
That's you. That's all you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lenny, you go first, since this probably affected you more than.
Well, I had a whole bunch of toys before the movie came out, and fucking, that was, I think I was, when the movie came out, I was
86.
86, so I was 9. And that for me was just like, holy shit, we're getting a whole new line of toys. They're all like updated versions of characters that we already had, but they're kind of more badass. Like, Scourge and Cyclonus and Galvatron just seem more evil than Megatron just going out for a prank and stealing some energon, like fucking Galvatron sort of blowing up planets and shit.
Really?
Yeah. God bless him.
Huh.
I don't know, it just brought a more like real aspect of this war that had been going on for 4 million years, that the Decepticons really were that evil, and Galvatron was fucked up. Like he was a crazy person.
Yeah.
I don't know. That for me was just the turning point in Transformers, where I thought it got real. Like I'm always gonna love the classic Megs, but Galvatron to me is an improvement.
He hits that spot.
Yeah.
And when you were a kid,
Yeah,
you felt that way too?
Yes. Yeah. I was a fucked up kid, dude. I always went for the bad guys in everything. Love Skeletor, love fucking Megatron, Galvatron, Mumra, all that shit. Like, watching cartoons as kids, I'm pretty sure I should have been looked at as a child, like, taken to a shrink or something, because, yeah, I always went for the bad guys.
Okay, I will tell you, like, when I was a kid, even now, I guess, to an extent, but, like, yeah, definitely now. Like, one of the things for me is, like, the voice. Like, especially with villains, like, a cool voice will, like, I'm putting in your hands. And Nimoy's voice for Galvatron is badass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, like, I was head over heels for him initially, and, like, when I was like Darth Vader has a badass voice. Fucking the devil from Legend, I like his voice. Sit.
or style.
Tom Cruise.
as you wish.
Tom Cruise.
Or sits.
Every wolf suffers fleas. And I like the wolf's voice from Neverending Story. Shout out to T2RX6.
Love some Neverending Story. Oh.
And I like and then like in my old when I was an adult, like I love Kylo Ren's voice with the mask on. I love Darth Maul's voice. I love all that stuff. So like I love Nimoy's voice as Galvatron, so I was pretty excited. But when it got to the show, like I loved Crazy Galvatron. Like I love that he was like completely nuts, and because I like the character dynamic that it created between him and Cyclonus, and it was a different type of leader. You know what I mean? Megatron was much more like kind of calculating and strategic, and then this guy was just kind of balls to the wall, and I dug that. But I will say that's not my favorite type of villain leader. You know what I mean? Like I like my villain leaders to be squared away.
So if you were playing Dungeons and Dragons, you prefer lawful evil, not chaotic evil.
Maybe on a 2-up invulnerable save, I guess. But I don't know. I liked Crazy Galvatron, but all right. So I think it goes like this. I think that of the Decepticon leaders, Nimoy Galvatron might be my favorite, and then underneath that it's Megatron, and then underneath that it's Welker Galvatron.
Is somebody peeing?
No.
Yeah, somebody peeing. He's like, no, I was.
Oh, that's great.
Is somebody trying to hold it? Really?
I think the overall look like, I mean, Megatron looked cool, but he's all silver and black. But then you had this
black.
You had this look of Galvatron where, you know, Decepticon symbol is purple. They're all about the purple, and then now their leader is as well. Right. You know, I think that was a cool transition as well.
Well, let me say this. When I was a kid... Okay, fine, Matt, you go.
No, you go, Rob.
You sure?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, I'll go. I've got one more thing to add. That scene where he comes in and fucking disintegrates Starscream.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Matt, now you go.
I'm off the show, man.
Now you go, Matt.
Go ahead, Robert.
No, Matt, go ahead. Come on.
No, that hurt. No, I have to,
all right, fine. Let him put some
myself.
butt cream on. He's gonna put some butt cream on.
I guess butt cream on.
Yeah.
I was not devastated when Prime died. Right. I like change, and it was cool. You know, I wasn't happy that he died, but it was cool to see something different and something real happen in a fake world. But it bothered me that Megatron not only survived but got upgraded. You know, I just didn't think that bothered me because it wasn't fair. You know, I would have preferred that maybe Megatron got fucking destroyed too, and then maybe another Decepticon rose. You know, but that bothered me.
Life isn't fair, Robert.
It's not. And that was a good lesson to learn as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Is that it?
I liked Prime dying. When I was a kid, I cried when Prime died, but
I did too at the movie theater.
Tears of joy.
No. I did too. Like, but
I was bawling.
I don't like that they brought him back. You know, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should have seen.
They had
it coming.
to.
But you know, I just like when something has lasting consequences, it kind of just means a little bit more. I feel like him coming back made his death mean less.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then it kind of made the whole thing. It started making the whole thing a little bit frivolous. But
just like in the Michael Bay movies when they brought him back with the pixie dust.
Exactly the same. But I like the Galvatron switch. I was kind of on board for it because it doesn't seem like Megatron anymore to me. Like it seems like Megatron had to give up a piece of what made him him, you know, and it does seem like it's a totally different character. Like it's just almost using his shell to carry on.
The first thing he did was off Starscream, though.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm not saying that they're different. I'm just saying that it like with that upgrade came a new personality. It came a different thing.
Well, I think but like you just said, you know, to go off of you, Bobby, is Megatron was more forgiving of aspects of other Decepticons, because any other time Starscream would have died a long time ago, especially with the Bruticus stuff and all that stuff. So he was more forgiving. Now Galvatron, he was never forgiving. He was straight on. You go by my rules or you're dead. That's just plain and simple. Or I'm gonna exile you.
Oh, he'd just kill you anyway. Just for the fun of it.
He was ruthless.
So it was just a set for the '86 movie. I mean, I think that's what the new Decepticons. I think that's what they were going for, was that whole new aspect of, we're not the old Decepticons, we're a new version.
And he was so much more powerful as well. I mean, Unicron amped his power, 1,000-fold. So
right.
I really dug that as well. That he's just this super powerful fucking.
But he has his faults too. I mean, I don't think he was a great Decepticon leader either, because
no, he was shit.
The craziness, took over, and he was just hearing stuff, and he was trying, but it just wasn't getting there.
That's what makes characters interesting, though. It's their faults. Like,
I agree.
You look at the Marvel universe. Every single character from the Silver Age was designed by Stan Lee to have some kind of weakness or a fault, and that is what made those characters interesting. So,
a side note.
Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead. I have a total side note, so go ahead if it's on the same subject.
Well, I mean, do y'all think that if Optimus Prime would have been made into Rodimus, like a kind of like what Megatron, Galvatron, do you think it would have went over as well?
I don't think that would work, because he's too much. Like, Optimus Prime is like he's a franchise in and of himself, and Hasbro knows that. Like, he's just too much.
Yeah, people don't know Transformers; they know what Optimus Prime is.
Exactly, he's too much of an iconic character. Like, and to be fair, it only really has those two Transformers. Like, it only really has Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Like, and Bumblebee is it really only became that after the Bay movie.
Yeah, it's true.
But Prime has kind of always been something. Like, he's
iconic.
For something. So like they can't you can't
you can't replace that with well. Did they try to replace him? I mean, I know you just said you hated that that he came back, but I'm kind of glad he did, because I mean he was he's just iconic. That I don't think they brought him back twice. When they found him out in space. In the spaceship. I think they could have done that. Now the last one, I like the last. The last one with the red swarm stuff and all that stuff.
Just nothing lasts forever. You know what I mean? So like I'm okay with killing off characters as long as it's done to move something forward. Like
well, what do you think when they killed all those characters off? I mean, you see the first shuttle.
That was.
You're just like, what the hell is going on?
That turned my world upside down. Like
Ironhide, you see these characters, for a couple of years. They're strong characters. They've built a story around them, and then you're just wasting them off like that. And you're like, what the? And during the show, they got shot several times, but nothing happened. But you saw.
If you would have given me a multiple choice test and been like, the Decepticons are going to raid this Autobot ship. A, all the Autobots die. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the other three options were, I would have never picked A.
I mean, Braun got hit. Was it Braun that got hit first?
Yep.
And he just it's like he died.
And Prowl.
There was something well, let me bring up my other point. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and it would have really enriched the whole storyline and explained a lot. Like the whole thing about Energon, rather than it just being fuel, if the more Energon you consumed made your guns more powerful and allowed you to mass shift more. And it could have gone with the story. And it would explain why sometimes the combiners are tremendous. It could explain why once the Decepticons had dominion over Cybertron, they could raid the ship and blow these guys away with one shot. Yeah. Because it jives with the first episode of season 3 when the Decepticons were totally depleted of Energon. Remember that? And then Hot Rod and them land on wherever the fuck they were. Where was that?
Him and Grimlock were on that planet with...
Yeah,
right. And they're shooting them, and the lasers are just bouncing off of them because they have no Energon left.
Right. Yeah, that would have been cool, but it's Hasbro, so they,
Nobody thought of that until Digimon and Pokemon, and they could evolve with more power and training.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
it was
evolve.
just
That's a good side note though. Too. Was that your side note, Robert?
Yeah.
I think that, like,
that would have explained a lot.
to get back to the character deaths though, like I think as long as it moves, as long as the death means something and moves everything forward, then it's good. Like that's why I think Prime had a good death. Like, you know, like.
What about the shuttle? Did they have a good death? I mean,
No, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Prime.
Oh.
Like that's the death that
Okay.
matters. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so like theoretically, like that would have been the beginning of the Decepticon rule of Earth. Had they made that, had they defeated the Autobots there, because like that was the Autobot base. Had they defeated the Autobots there, they would have taken Earth. So like in their last great like attack on Earth that the Decepticons had, Prime gave his life to fucking, you know, ultimately gave his life to save the Earth. Like that's a pretty big sacrifice to make, and it makes his death mean something.
Right.
So like just to bring him, it's like I don't know, anybody, Obi-Wan Kenobi or you know Han Solo or I'm trying to
Spoilers.
think about other you know, like if they died, like you know, in Han Solo we don't know. Like if Han Solo's death could theoretically like have no bearing on the other two movies, and that would make his death real shitty. But like Obi-Wan Kenobi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi's death doesn't happen, the Death Star doesn't get blown up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's a big deal. So like it's I don't know.
That's a good
bringing
point.
him,
That's a good point.
bringing him back, like bringing Prime back to me, like I got it. Even as a kid, I was like, of course they fucking brought him back because he's fucking Optimus. Right. And it's not that I didn't enjoy seeing him again, but I was just like, man, like it kind of makes all that shit now like just for what?
Irrelevant.
Yeah. And when they did bring him back, it was kind of forced as well. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I was actually more okay with the episode where he came back as a zombie and fucking
of course you did.
Mindless. That was cool. I thought that was cool. And then at the end of the episode, he's gone again. And
well, the reason why, I mean, everybody knows the reason why, because you know there were so many, you know, kids and you know just crying, and parents were pissed off. They were writing Hasbro saying, "What are you doing? You're ruining my childhood." My kid's childhood.
What's funny about that is the guy that wrote it, he was saying he was at TFCon. He came by my table and he bought like one of every 4x6 as a side note, which was interesting. But he was saying to me that like he was like, you know, we were getting all this hate mail about Prime, and he was like, and like, you know, the guys in the office, like, you know, like, I mean, we loved what we were doing and we were into it, but at the same time, like we like didn't give a shit. So like guys in the office would be like joking, like, dude, let's write all these parents back and tell them we're gonna bring him back as a zombie and kill him in like 3 episodes. Like we're gonna bring him back as a zombie and kill him again. You know, because they already had that shit planned out. You know, and it's just like the tongue in cheek of it all. I mean, I guess they probably knew they were gonna have to bring him back at any point. I mean, you know, because like at the end of the day, money talks.
Was back then. Oh yeah, just think the internet would have been back then.
Yeah. Dude, there've been a lot of nerd tears trending.
You're not all the beef. You can just hear beef jerky and Mountain Dew just spilled everywhere. Oh my god!
Oh, and all the like, dude, so and so spoiled it for me. I totally knew Prime was gonna die before. I
can't believe Hasbro did this to me. I'm selling all my Transformers. I'm done with this franchise.
We need to go find that guy and just kick his ass. You know, just cause. Just cause.
Speaking of which, speaking of avoiding some collector butthurt, let me read off a question from a couple episodes ago that I read 3 times last week, no, twice, that didn't actually get aired, and we can address it really quick, so then I can be done with having to remember to read this off from the YouTube page. Here's a question from Cromdor: are the companies or entities that make KO products not third party as well?
Wait, say it again.
That.
Well, you have heard it because I read it twice last week.
No, I thought we answered it. No,
we did. We answered it twice last week. Here's a question.
I thought we answered before.
No. Are the companies or entities that make KO products not third party as well? And I think what he means by that are do we think that third party companies moonlight as KOs?
No, I don't think that's what he's asking. I think he's asking, does a KO qualify as a third-party product?
I guess ultimately it does.
I know it does.
But it's not the way that I see it. You know.
I don't think that's what he's asking, because this is after our discussion.
Well, let's answer both. Let's answer both.
Hey, there you go. Winner, winner.
So I personally think that third party, for me, it means doing your own thing.
Yep. Likewise.
And,
Stealing.
And then to answer the way that Robert interpreted the question, I don't think that these third-party companies are knocking off Hasbro products because, like, I think that shit is lucrative as it is. So why would they even do their own thing? Just knock everything off.
Yeah, that's a waste of time, I think.
You can turn a real quick buck, make a very high profit, and charge.
Can't you though?
Look at this MPP 10. I mean, that's all profit.
How many people you know has that one?
I don't know how many people has him.
Okay,
but
so how do you think it's a lucrative time? I'm not saying I'm being serious. I mean, I think it's a waste of time just to try to make a quick buck, even though you're not promised a quick buck.
See, I think you have different areas of knockoff companies now. I mean, I'm not a specialist in knockoff companies, but I've seen some that are utter garbage that are falling apart. Some that try to be good,
knockoff,
and some that try to be good that are shit, and then some that are amazing. You know, so I don't know. That's a whole.
So you think them are third-party ones?
I'll tell you what I think the difference is. I think a third-party company is made by fans of Transformers that want to give other fans really good versions of those characters, and knockoff companies are people that are just out to make a quick buck off, whether it be Takara or MMC or fucking TFC or whatever.
Okay. But what if a third-party company needs cash to fund their next project that is that labor of love?
They make a better product and they get it out.
They have a factory. They don't need a designer because they can just copy the parts and just bang out a knockoff. Or maybe...
But here's the thing, Robert. If they have a factory, they don't need the money.
Yeah.
Bam!
Well, also you have factories, I think, just send out the knockoffs of the Takara stuff. They're producing them anyway, and
I agree.
Probably the rejects, they're just selling them.
Yeah, I agree.
I got 3 words for you, Robert. Van Allen belt.
Okay.
And we'll leave it at that.
I could see. I see where you're coming from, Robert. They could. I don't think they are. I think, like I said, it's a waste of time. But I mean, it's a possibility. There's always possibility for all that stuff. You know, to make a quick buck. You know, yeah. I mean, the money's out there, but I just don't see them. You know, the bigger third-party companies. I think it'd be a waste of their time. Now, smaller ones that are just coming up. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. That's where it probably falls into. There's some companies that probably started out as a KO company, then they started making their own shit. But I don't believe once they start making their own stuff that they continue to knock products.
I don't see Fans Toys, MMC. I don't see them doing that stuff. But you know, there's always possibility.
Yeah, I think that like probably most factories that are doing knockoffs, I would imagine that those factories are larger factories. And they're just like, look, we're processing so many toys through here. We can go ahead and knock a few of these out. We know how to do it.
That's a good point.
That's a good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're next time we're all on the show, and who knows when that's going to be. Our schedules have been crazy recently, but we have a good discussion topic.
What?
Which is we're going to look at all. It came up on our makeshift 106. I don't even like saying the number 106 out loud anymore.
Jinx.
But it came up on last week's execute order 106. It came up last week's episode. We're gonna look at our collections, and we're gonna create 2 categories. One, this is my final purchase of this figure, more than likely, of this character. And 2, this is definitely not my final purchase of this character. And then everything that we don't mention, the audience can assume that it's that we're on the fence.
Yeah.
But ones that we definitely know are, and ones that we definitely know are not.
We're going to do a top 5 and a bottom 5. Is that how we're going to work it?
No, I say just all of them. Just run through them.
All right, cool.
Because I'll tell you, like looking at mine, like I don't think there's all that many that fit in either bracket. I think most of my shit is on the fence. You know, like.
Yeah, I got a few that I definitely know.
Matt's like, I have 10,000 fucking figures.
Well,
and they're all perfect.
He doesn't end up being like, well, this is obviously my last Armada hot shot.
It is, though. It is.
He's
But,
that's a nice.
No, Hasbro will repaint something into that, Matt. You'll get another one.
Oh,
so
yes.
somebody contacted us this week and has some connections with some companies or whatever. And
Shout out to that guy.
he was just talking to us, just nothing official, nothing. Off,
He reached out to us too. That was the cool
Yeah,
thing.
he just reached out
to
and
us.
started shooting it up with us, and we gave us some theories and some info, and we just want to we don't want to get that gentleman's name out there, but just say thank you for hitting us up because it is appreciated.
Thank you for being a friend.
Most definitely.
And I wanted to say that before Lenny did the shout-outs.
All right, let's get into it. We've got shout-outs to Third Party Unlimited. They're on Facebook. You can find them by searching Third Party Unlimited. At Real Robot, www.plasticfreak.com. We've got at Fear Corps, I Am Ratchet. You can find those guys at iamratchet.com. Third Party TF Crashes, they're also on Facebook. Just use your search bar. Along with TF Prototype, the ROC, and Tyler for doing the shares. And Toy Detox. Yes, we probably should. I just before we sign out, just want to mention again that if you're you got us give us 5 stars and leave some comments for us so that we come up in the search bar for future listeners.
Can we please get some dispatches, you fucking bitches?
Yeah, I know y'all want to talk to us. Y'all know y'all do. Y'all talk to us all the time. Come on now.
And we still have shirts and hoodies and pint glasses and all that stuff available. So if you haven't got your Shattercast merch, make sure to hit us up. And if you have any idea of what you'd like to see Shattercast do with that money, let us know that also. Because
I still need to get to TFCon. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
If there's anybody's mics that need tuning, or if you want to see a website or something like that, let us know what you would want from the website. Like, we can make something kind of happen at this point. So just give us a shout. And yeah, that's it.
Shout out to Justin and the Greg too. They'll be back.
Absolutely.
Yes, we miss you guys. All right, let's get out of here. So this podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, feel free to turn it off now.
Alright, hello Shattercast Uncut crew, it's your boy Typhus Monkey over here, or as it's correctly said, TFU Smokey 102. I think Deluxe remembers that mistake, I don't know, but anyways, Typhus Monkey here, you guys call me that if you want. Anyways, so yeah, this is my first dispatch ever. I've been wanting to send one to you guys for like 20 plus episodes. I've been more serious on recording things lately, so it's the main reason why I'm starting to send, I started sending a dispatch today. Anyways, so yeah, love the show, guys. I've been tuning in for 20 plus episodes, and by that I mean when I first jumped in. Well, no, actually 40 episodes. Actually, I joined in when it was at episode 69, and I haven't looked back or regretted it since. I originally wanted to respond to last week's discussion, which was what's a KO? I think that's what it was. I don't really remember too much from that episode. It's been like 4 days, maybe longer. And either way, I don't think I would have much to say in that discussion. I will say though, I do agree with Robert. I think it is a case by case thing, but yeah. I'll have to re-listen to it and maybe I'll correct what I'm saying here. Anyways, so, yeah, it's my first dispatch. I guess real quick, I want to say that I love the show. Like I said, 40 plus episodes tuning in. I'm starting to go back a little bit. I like Gay Samurai. I think Grumpy Old Gay Samurai, that episode. And episode 59, because I think that's when Oscars brought up KO, third party Transformer cartoons. It was funny. Anyways. Point is, I love the show. I wanted to say real quick, I hated the show at first because I wasn't used to the whole podcast thing. When I first listened, I thought there was too many people, and I got Deluxe and Justin confused, and I thought they were the same guy. But after listening to other podcasts, I came back to your podcast, and now it's my favorite podcast. Anyways, want to say keep up the good work, guys. I might send in a dispatch every week. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, hail Hasbro and Robert. The score is you're at 5. Lenny and Deluxe are at 20,000.
Shut the fuck up, Nick Beards.